The Morning Rush.
The final on-campus game of the season does not go the way the Razorbacks' way. In fact, it was downright ugly today. Western Kentucky wins it 45-19.
Absolutely. I am the guy. There's no question. I knew that this was going to be a process of recruiting and developing and building, and especially in this conference.
Chad Morris
has been fired at the University of Arkansas.
Here we go again.
With John Neighbors.
Every time you put a mic in my face, I'm going to say Arkansas.
And Tommy Kraft.
Tommy, he's a good kid too, but he's crazy. He's a cowboy. Got too much to prove.
The Morning Rush starts right now.
And welcome into the Morning Rush on this beautiful day here in the great state of Arkansas. Appreciate everybody listening in this morning. John Neighbors, Tommy Kraft, Maddie T, all in studio with you today. And thank you, as always, for making us a part of your morning this morning, folks. What a weekend. What a weekend indeed. When me and Tommy came in here in our show prep meeting that we have before every show, of course, very rigorous, hours of prep.
3:45 comes early.
Yeah, that's right. We looked at each other. We said, what are we going to talk about today?
Yeah.
And I think
soccer game.
Yeah, it was a big soccer game.
I don't know about you, but I don't really like that goalie.
She was talking that
goalkeeper.
Trash, man.
Yeah, she was.
It's classless.
Trying to start fights out
classless.
there.
Yeah, but you know what? We decided, no, let's save that for another day. Let's talk about the real news. As in case you were living under a rock, or maybe you were in the deer woods. Maybe you don't have social media. Whatever it is, the big news yesterday was the firing of Chad Morris as the Razorback head football coach. Effective yesterday at about 10 a.m., 10:30 a.m.
Right.
Got my, I don't want to call it a victory cigar, but I got my cigar here. It's over, folks. We're moving on.
It almost makes the game that happened, that forced Hunter Yurachek's hand on Sunday morning and making it official. It almost makes the game with Western Kentucky an afterthought. Really makes like the Bama LSU game, at least for what we're going to do this morning, an afterthought on the weekend. I mean, this is the news. This is what is the main entree. And it seems like, and I was thinking about this last night. Here we, not you had that in there. Here we go again. But how many of these I've been through sitting in this chair as a part of this show? And it's just way too frequent. And hopefully Arkansas can ultimately find someone they can stick and stay with that can get the results. And not all of it's been Arkansas's fault as a program with the Petrino situation. John L. really doesn't count, but we have been through so many coaching searches. This feels like old hat to me. I mean, it used to be partially exciting when you went through something like this.
Yeah.
It's almost like routine now. And you're hoping that this will be the last one for a while if you're in my chair.
You certainly do. And this is what's
been through a bunch of these here lately.
Well, and not only that, Tommy, and I know you were alive and well when the last time you had a midseason firing of a coach. With Jack Crow, of course, in the early 90s. That's the last time that this has happened. And so now it's almost like a little new territory, at least for people my age and Razorback fans of my generation, where they've had yet to see a situation where a coach gets fired in the middle of the season and they have to finish it out on an interim basis. Obviously, the Jack Crow was very early in the season, finished out by Joe Kynes, and now
after
you have
game one of year 3.
Right.
So.
And now you have a situation where you have 2 games left, and Barry Lunny Jr., which is kind of ironic, he was the quarterback that year, that took over and ended up winning against Tennessee on the road. Now he becomes the interim head coach to coach out the final 2 games for Arkansas against LSU and against Missouri, respectively.
I just think about then, I can tell you exactly where I was, who I was with, when it scrolled across that Sunday afternoon, scrolled across the bottom of the screen on KFSM that Jack Crow had been fired. No one knew what social media was then. There was no such term. There was no handheld phone devices. We had bag phones back then. If you had that, you were uptown. You were big time if you had a bag phone then. We didn't even have the ones with the bricks yet, I don't think, at that point.
Man, highfalutin.
I think bag phones were about as high as you got. Maybe had the bricks coming along. But point is, it's a whole different world. And now a lot of this has been tried and convicted in the court of public opinion already via social media. And it's amazing how we all now live in a world where everyone's opinion is known. It's at our fingertips on the ready.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a whole different – it's amazing how fast news travels now as well.
Yeah, and because it's also a big thing for instance, when you talk about seeing people's opinions on it, It's also something to see the reactions of particular individuals on social media, and in this case, current and even former players who played for Chad Morris at Arkansas. And it was interesting to see some of their reactions. Obviously, a lot of them didn't say anything at all. There was a few of them that did say something. Some people were, very respectable about the whole situation and said, thanks, Chad Morris, for the opportunity and all of that. But then there were other people, and in this case, a guy like Devwah Whaley, who tweets out, "You reap what you sow." There were guys like former players like Cole Kelly, Ryan Pulley, guys that used to play for Chad Morris, at least that 1 year, that were coming out and saying things that were like essentially to the extent of good riddance. Mm-hmm. So it was just a bad deal all around. It was just a bad deal all around, and you always know that there's going to be strong reactions anytime you lose a coach or a coach moves on or anything like that. But it certainly seems like this was not something that's going to really be a crushing blow to a lot of these players that were currently on the team. They wanted to move on as well.
We're going to get a better idea over the coming weeks and during the offseason about what really went wrong behind the scenes. Hunter Yurachek, I trust, had a much better perspective on that because he had a front row seat for it. But there was clearly a disconnect from everything we've been hearing for weeks, everything that's starting to filter out as we put the puzzle pieces together with these player tweets and comments, that Chad Morris did not have the ability to communicate and motivate players. And there was a real disconnect between him and the players on his team.
Yep.
And for some reason, either socially and just from a communication standpoint, the pieces of the puzzle didn't fit there for whatever reason.
And it was also a fact of what it looked like, and at least from the translation of the Brett Bielema players and the new players trying to find some sort of balance there and trying to be a leader among all of them. There was a huge disconnect there. And like you said, throughout the coming days and coming weeks, we're going to hear a lot more about it.
It's a Monday Morning Quarterback brought to you by Crabtree RV in Alma. We got a lot to get to today, and we'll be taking your calls and texts as well on the Cherokee Casino Hotline. For the fourth consecutive year, Crabtree RV in Alma is the place to buy your RV. And they want to show their appreciation by beginning their Christmas Cash Day sale early. From now through New Year's Eve, you can choose sales tax paid or $1,000 in Christmas cash on the purchase of any RV from Crabtree RV, and they'll still give you top dollar for your trade. It's all at Crabtree RV in Alma, where your family's dreams come true.
So obviously today is going to be a lot of reflection and reaction to the firing of Chad Morris, where the Razorbacks go from here. And Tommy, I may have to mute my direct messages on social media because the amount of people that are just throwing names at me is outrageous. It is insane because people are just going to throw names and see what sticks.
Are they filling up your DMs?
I'm telling you.
Sliding into your DMs?
Sliding them in, just trying to say, oh, no, this is the coach that needs to be here because of this. Listen.
Guess I'm lucky. I don't have a lot of DMs at this point. I'm not looking for
you
any.
probably just don't check them.
What button is that?
Yeah, it's the big little envelope thing. Check it out there.
That what that is?
That's what that is. So, but my point is that people are going to have their own names. They're going to have what they want. They think that Arkansas needs to go through. But here's the thing. Hunter Yurachek and all of the guys that are involved and all the people that are involved, they're the ones that's going to sit down and, as far as we know and from what we have to go off of, we think they'll make the right decision.
Now, here was the thing that amazed me. In fact, my wife caught this because I had the soccer game on yesterday. I know nothing about soccer other than you're trying to put it in the goal.
That's fair.
And beyond that, I have no analysis to offer you. But I did watch because the Razorbacks were playing for a championship yesterday. So it, of course, is scrolling across the bottom line. Arkansas has fired Chad Morris. And it says, ESPN : Arkansas will target Gus Malzahn and Mike Norvell. And I'm like, and she's like, and that was her thought. She knows nothing about it. She goes, Gus Malzahn, they're not going to go after him again, are they? That was her first thought. And this is someone that really doesn't follow sports closely at all. Closely at all would be an improvement for my wife. And I'm like, just the body's not cold. And Norvell makes a little sense. Why are they throwing the Gus name out? Where is this coming from? And this was a national report sourced to ESPN on the SEC network. If you watch the soccer game, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Where does this stuff start? Is there anything to that? I know of nothing to that other than Norvell is going to be a target for a lot of programs.
Well, what would pique people's interest the most if you put out, it's Gus Malzahn's a name that everyone's going to be like, oh, whoa, really?
Well, that's not new.
I know. Trust me. Hey, we know. We in Arkansas know, but to the people who aren't Arkansas fans who see that,
Why
they don't
just
know.
Throw that out there.
I don't know, but all I care about, Tommy, it is plane tracking season, baby. Get your apps out. Start tracking these planes, because that's what people are going to be talking about. Hogville. We're at the Maumelle Airport. Urban Meyer was there. I'm just telling you right now. Get ready. It's going to happen.
Dadgum Raiders messed up John Gruden, didn't they?
I know.
Can't get Gruden now.
Can't see the color of his tie on Monday Night Football anymore. So, yeah, unfortunately.
Where's John Gruden when you need him in a good coaching search?
I know, seriously. Let's get some quick hitting headlines presented by Williams Tractor.
Hey, as the calendar winds down, Williams Tractor's winding up the savings during the True Blue Savings event going on right now at Williams Tractor. Take advantage of 0% financing, cashback savings, and other year-end specials on select New Holland tractors. Plus, the hay and forage products are on sale as well, and material handling equipment. Get in on all the True Blue savings at Williams Tractor in Fayetteville, Berryville, or Bobcat of Northwest Arkansas in Rogers.
So a few quick hitting headlines. Obviously, the big one of Chad Morris no longer being the head coach of the University of Arkansas. We're going to be talking about that throughout the whole morning. But in some good news, Moses Moody has committed to the University of Arkansas to play for Eric Musselman. He did so Saturday night, even though the Western Kentucky was a major loss. That was a huge win for Eric Musselman in the basketball program. So we'll see if there are more of those players to come. And also, Tommy, you mentioned the Razorback soccer team. They did lose in the SEC championship game to South Carolina 1-0. Still in great position, though, and be heading into the postseason play where it really gets crazy. But it's unfortunate that they were unable to take home the tournament title. But they did have the regular season title in the SEC, and really that's what really matters the most. So if you want to get on the conversation, folks, I know there's a lot of you that are going to be texting and calling in today. Do so via the Cherokee Casino hotline at 877-377-6963. More of the Morning Rush coming up next.
Hello, my name is Sean Brazel. I'm with the Fence Man and Quantum Property Services. I'm here to give you the brass tacks and hard facts of what encompassing all of your property needs are. We can help you with your real estate, your property management, your construction, and
your money. Hi, I'm Andy, Money Talks Knox. I'm here to talk to you about maximizing your return on your investment and also helping you get creative with your financing. Please, when you think of Quantum Property Services, Inc., give us a call at 479-434-6860. That's 479-434-6860. I'm Andy, Money Talks Knox.
brass tacks, hard facts.
Hi, I'm Hector here from La Huertas. We like everything hot. La Huertas, we're fresh, authentic Mexican food served every day. La Huertas has 4 locations in the Fort Smith area with daily happy hours and a margarita night. Check it out. We're open 7 days a week with draft beer specials. Monday and Thursday night football. We are Fort Smith Authentic Mexican Restaurant. Yes, sir, we are. Fresh, homemade flour tortillas. La Huertas. At Rogers and Garrison location. Eat until you hurt. In Fort Smith, La Huertas.
Harry Robinson Buick GMC has over 200 pre-owned vehicles to choose from luxury to economy and everything in between, including over 50 great vehicles with payments under $250 a month, certain to fit your needs and budget. And at Harry Robinson Buick GMC, you always get more for your trade. 50 vehicles with payments under $250 a month at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off I-540 in Fort Smith.
Hello, my name is Sean Brazel. I'm with the Fence Man and Quantum Property Services. I'm here to give you the brass tacks and hard facts of what encompassing all of your property needs are. We can help you with your real estate, your property management, your construction, and
your money. Hi, I'm Andy, Money Talks Knox. I'm here to talk to you about maximizing your return on your investment and also helping you get creative with your financing. Please, when you think of Quantum Property Services, Inc., give us a call at 479-434-6860. That's 479-434-6860. I'm Andy, Money Talks Knox.
brass tacks, hard facts.
Hi, I'm Hector here from La Huertas. We like everything hot. La Huertas, we're fresh, authentic Mexican food served every day. La Huertas has 4 locations in the Fort Smith area with daily happy hours and a margarita night. Check it out. We're open 7 days a week with draft beer specials. Monday and Thursday night football. We are Fort Smith Authentic Mexican Restaurant. Yes, sir, we are. Fresh, homemade flour tortillas. La Huertas. At Rogers and Garrison location. Eat until you hurt. In Fort Smith, La Huertas.
Perry Robinson Buick GMC has over 200 pre-owned vehicles to choose from luxury to economy and everything in between, including over 50 great vehicles with payments under $250 a month, certain to fit your needs.
It's a beautiful morning. I think I'll go outside for a while and just smile.
The morning show that doesn't come to paint. This is The Morning Rush.
Welcome back into the Morning Rush. We are brought to you by Southern Tire Mart.
Yeah, this time of year can be hectic. A lot of places to go, a lot of things to do, and Southern Tire Mart can help get you there and save you money on America's most trusted tire brands like Michelin and BF Goodrich. Take advantage of Southern Tire Mart's $29.95 oil change. It happens every day and includes a thorough 27-point vehicle inspection. Just off I-540 at exit 14 in the River Valley, quality Michelin and BF Goodrich tires and the best-in-class service at Southern Tire Mart.
Leslie has texted in and asking if C.J. O'Grady can come back to the team now.
You know, I had that thought yesterday.
I have too, but I don't think that you can't do that. You can't bring him back, can you? Can't do that. If you're Barry Lunny.
Would that come up today? He's going to meet with the media at noon.
Yeah, him and Hunter
Right.
Yurachek, Barry Lunny Jr. So I'm sure it'll come up. Somebody will ask the question. And I think it's a fair question. I mean,
Well, you're going to be there. You ask the question.
Yeah, I will. I'll ask those hard-hitting questions.
I don't see how you can do that either.
No, I don't either. But it's a nice thought, and it'd be obviously he could be very helpful.
No one would know about Cheyenne O'Grady, C.J. O'Grady, and his situation better than the new interim head coach, who was his position coach.
Exactly.
So it would be interesting to know what Barry's feelings are, and I'm sure he's not going to give you total transparency there about O'Grady, but it would be interesting to see if O'Grady would how that would pan out. My guess is there's about a 99% chance he won't be returning to the team.
Yes, I would agree with that. And before we start getting to the phone calls and text messages, just real quick, Barry Lunny Jr. being named interim, it didn't surprise you, but it does make sense, though, right? Because he's the guy that's been around for both tenures and,
You
right?
can't put John Chavis in charge, even though John Chavis has more college. I mean, Chavis has been coaching college football almost as long as Barry's been alive.
Yes.
I mean, Barry was a senior in high school when I was a sophomore, and I'm 43, so Barry's about 45, something like that. So Chavis has been in college football like 42 years. On the surface, you say, well, John Chavis should be the guy running things. Well, I don't think that cotton well with fans right now.
No,
settle well right now with people.
No. And Joe Craddock, you don't do that.
See, those are generally the obvious places you would go.
Yeah.
Barry makes the most sense. He is a Razorback. He's the most Razorback thing about this staff. It's the only option. It's the best option for this program right now. This is what everyone needs is a Razorback running thing.
And also, I'm sure that Barry Lunny Jr. has probably talked many times to his dad about being a head coach because it's different. I know it's high school,
Remember, he played for him for 3 years at Southside.
That's right.
89, 90, 91 football seasons. It's where I started my radio career. In 1991 was Barry's senior year, is where I was lucky enough to start this career. and watched his championship run that year. And so he played 3 years for his dad, went through everything he, as a player's, had a great start to a college coaching career. And then, I think as helpful as anything, coached with his dad at Bentonville High School from like 2005 to 2013.
Oh, yeah.
Trust me, Barry Sr. is to Arkansas what Chad Morris was to Texas.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the two greatest high school football coaches of my lifetime, I think, in Arkansas have been Barry Lundy Sr. and Rick Jones. Just look at the results.
Yeah.
So, yeah, trust me, I'm certain, without question, he's learned a lot from his dad over the years that will help him in this transition. And his dad's right there in Northwest Arkansas, a phone call or a text away. I just saw Barry Sr. a week or so ago, and obviously this wasn't on the agenda of things to discuss, but I'm sure if needed, he's a phone call away for advice on, Dad, what should I do here? So.
And I'll tell you this, I'm happy for Barry Lundy Jr. I think it's an awesome thing for him, and I know that he's put in the work. He's made the transition from going from Brett Bielema's staff and into Chad Morris's staff, and I know that wasn't easy, but he deserves it. Who else would
you want?
On this staff?
Yeah,
Nobody. I know Jeff Traylor wanted it. I know he was wanting that interim tag, but it just makes sense to give it to Barry Lundy Jr., that's for sure. Let's go to the Cherokee Casino hotline. Mike is in Bella Vista. What's going on, Mike?
Hey, guys.
What's up, man?
Here we are all again in the awakening of a big-time coaching hire again. So I don't even know where to start, to be honest with you. But do you guys feel like he had lost the team?
Oh,
again
yes.
for the second year in a row?
Yeah.
I mean, I felt like he had. I felt like he just, I don't know what that locker room atmosphere was like, but, I mean, the lack of improvement could only signal that, that nobody even believed in him, to be honest with you. I don't know. I mean, that's just what I saw or felt. But, would y'all agree that whoever they get next, it's going to have to be, for a while, regardless of the result? You can't just keep playing coaching carousel all the time, And I also think that whoever they bring in, it has to be an RPO type coach. You can't bring in somebody that's a Brett Bielema style coach.
Yeah.
You can't change philosophies again. If it's my 2 cents, but 100-year check gets paid the big bucks for a reason. But I almost think you have to have somebody here for a very, an extended amount of time. But
you want a coach who's. Thanks for the call. You want a coach whose philosophy fits these quarterbacks as much as anything. We talk about offensive philosophy, and we
do it on the other side of the break.
Crabtree RV in Alma. Exit 13 off I-40.
Make a hot spring spa part of your day-to-day routine now. Burton Pools and Spas, your local hot springs dealer, is having an instant rebate event where you get $1,000 instant rebates with the purchase of select hot springs models. Burton Pools and Spas is at 6121 Zero Street in Fort Smith and 725 South 48th in Springdale. Stop in Burton Pools and Spas or find out more online at burtonpools.com. The hot tub rebate event is going on now at Burton Pools and Spas, your local hot springs dealer. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Thank you, River Valley, for the 4th consecutive year. You voted Crabtree and Alma the best place to buy an RV. To show our appreciation, we are beginning our Christmas Cash Day sale early. From now through New Year's Eve, you can choose sales tax paid or $1,000 in Christmas cash on the purchase of any RV from Crabtree. And we'll still give you the most for your trade. The best deals of the year are happening now at Crabtree RV in Alma, where your family's dreams come true.
Metal Direct offers high-quality prefabricated metal buildings, metal roofing, custom trim shops, carports, and more. They strive to be a company where contractors as well as do-it-yourselfers are welcome. Metal Direct assists you in calculating the materials needed to complete your project, all at a rate you can afford. Stop by their location at 7420 Inmar Drive in Little Rock, 1 block off University behind Napa Auto Parts, or call them at 501-562-3112. Metal Direct, the right material for the right price.
The Morning Rush is brought to you by Supercuts, who supports local teams. Supercuts, we're super into the movement.
Hey dads, do you have an athlete in your house that is looking to take their skills to the next level? Excel Speed Training at the Fort Smith Athletic Club has the proven results to maximize your athlete's potential. Designed for both male and female athletes of all ages and various sports to improve mobility, endurance, agility, and vertical jump. Take your game to the next level with Excel Speed Training. Call Mike Johnson at 479-926-0193. That's Mike at 479-926-0193 at the Fort Smith Athletic Club.
Do you hear that Coors Light being poured? It's the perfect temperature. How can I tell just based on the sound? I can't. But I can see that the mountain on the can is blue. And when the mountain is blue, your Coors Light is perfectly cold. Coors Light is cold lagered for a crisper taste, cold filtered for brightness and clarity, and cold packaged for peak refreshment. Doesn't that sound good? 2019 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
Arkansas Valley Electric Cooperative is excited to introduce Wave Rural Connect. They're bringing state-of-the-art high-speed fiber internet plus TV and phone services right into the homes of all members. If you're an Arkansas Valley Electric Cooperative member, go to waveruralconnect.com to sign up. That's waveruralconnect.com or call 1-833-4WAVE-RC. Arkansas Valley Electric Cooperative and Wave Rural Connect, changing the communities we serve.
Where can you get award-winning Memphis-style barbecue in Fort Smith? Whole Hog Cafe on Borough Road across from Cisterna Plaza off 71 South. Feast on world champion barbecue with their famous potato salad and smoky sweet baked beans while watching sports on the big screen. Plan your business meeting in the banquet room that seats 40. If it's a morning meeting, the coffee is on them. And they cater any event, large or small, and provide servers if you want. Open 7 days a week for lunch and dinner and a convenient drive-thru for takeout orders. The new location on Phoenix Avenue in Fort Smith is coming soon.
Fall is here, and at Frank Bro Furniture in November, now is the time to buy. Come in and take advantage of our many made-in-the-USA products. Lift chairs, we have them. Sectionals, reclining sofas, and loves, we have them. Bedroom furniture and mattresses, we have them. We also carry a variety of appliances and TVs. In November, come in and receive 10% off on any purchase. Ask us about our financing programs. We have several options that will meet your needs. Only at Frank Bro Furniture. Best seats in the house.
This time of year is hectic, and we know you have things to do and places to be. Southern Tire Mart can help you get there and save you money on America's most trusted brands like Michelin and B.F. Goodrich. Take advantage of our $29.95 oil change, which includes a 27-point vehicle inspection. Come see us at Southern Tire Mart just off I-540 at exit 14 in Fort Smith today for quality Michelin and B.F. Goodrich tires and the best-in-class service. Get where you need to be with Michelin, B.F. Goodrich, and Southern Tire Mart.
If you have experience transporting frozen and refrigerated goods and want to be part of a trucking family with insurance and be home every week, you need to contact Brent Higgins Trucking. Since 1997, Brent Higgins Trucking in Mulberry has been proudly delivering to and from various areas of the United States, including but not limited to Oklahoma, Texas, Louisiana, and Mississippi. Brent Higgins Trucking, where you're a name, not a number. Contact them at 479-997-2366 or at BrentHigginsTrucking.com.
It's a November to remember at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Save up to $14,000 off on remaining 2019 GMC Sierra SLTs, featuring the new body style and tons of new features, and now $14,000 off. Or get the new 2019 Buick Encore, the hottest selling Buick in the market, only $18,999. It's a November to remember. Save up to $14,000 off at Harry Robinson Buick GMC, exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith.
ESPN 95.3. It's the Morning Rush on the radio and streaming worldwide at hitthatline.com.
Welcome back into the Morning Rush on a Monday morning quarterback presented by Crabtree RV.
Yeah, exit 13 off of I-40 next door to the Cracker Barrel in Alma for the 4th consecutive years. You guys out there have voted Crabtree RV in Alma the best place to buy an RV. They want to show their appreciation with the beginning of their Christmas Cash Day sale early. They normally wait another few weeks, but they want to start it now to give you the most benefit from this sale. It's through New Year's Eve. Sales tax paid or $1,000 in Christmas cash on the purchase of any RV from Crabtree, and they'll still give you the most for your trade. The best deals of the year are right now at Crabtree RV in Alma, or your family's dreams come true.
If you want to get on the conversation of the firing of Chad Morris, be sure to call or text the Cherokee Casino hotline, 877-377-6963. You know, obviously we've been talking about the firing of Chad Morris, but the real thing of it is something we really haven't discussed is the Western Kentucky game itself, where Arkansas lost 45-19 in the game on Saturday. And ultimately it was Ty Story and the Hilltoppers and Big Red, that big mascot that looks funny, that ended up being the final nail in the coffin.
Looks like a mutated version of the Kool-Aid Man or something.
Yeah, apparently. And I see my brother went to Western, and he tells me that what that mascot does is he eats things, and then he puts it in their belly and he shakes it. So
and then
that's what Arkansas lost to.
And then goes to the top of the hill, right?
Yeah, exactly. They go to the top of the hill to make it all fit. So that ultimately was the demise of Arkansas and Chad Morris for this season. And it's crazy because Ty Story comes in 22 of 32, 213 yards and 1 touchdown. And I know we got phone calls and text messages, but Tommy, to me, it starts to show more that maybe the whole Ty Story leaving, Cole Kelly leaving, Jonathan Nance leaving, Ryan Pulley leaving early, other guys that were not big fans of Chad Morris coming out, Jared Cornelius, guys like that. It's starting to look like that maybe, just maybe, this wasn't a player problem. This wasn't there's maybe some cancerous personalities in the locker room. The more we see about this, maybe that truly was a Chad Morris problem.
We've said for weeks this isn't a program that maybe has enough talent to win the SEC West or go toe-to-toe with the Alabamas and the LSUs of this division. No one's expecting that. But I think it's beyond reasonable to expect to beat San Jose State and to beat Western Kentucky and to not lose some of the non-Power 5 games, the bye games they call it, where you're paying someone to come here and play you in a non-conference games. Losing those games repeatedly is why Chad Morris is no longer the football coach. This program, its players, its donors, its supporters, everyone's tired of total embarrassment.
Yep.
And what led to this? Well, I think player development and the lack of understanding what you've got with a player and how to develop and take them to the next level was put on display Saturday. And that was it. That was the straw that broke the camel's back. And you could say, well, this decision had been made and they were going to make a move at the end of the year. I tend to agree with that you could read Hunter Yurachek's statement in the release yesterday, and I think he had made up his mind that a change in leadership was necessary. Maybe not needed quite as imminent as it was on Sunday morning, but it was going to happen sooner rather than later. But Saturday, when all of that came down, it could not go on another week. And it's clear and plain just for everyone to see that this coaching staff couldn't quite focus in through the same lens that other staffs are around this country. Because a Western Kentucky coaching staff could take Ty Story and turn him into what appeared to be a Heisman candidate on Saturday in a few short months.
Yeah. And I don't think it's too harsh to say or too crazy to say that Chad Morris, in my opinion, beyond a shadow of a doubt, was the worst coaching hire in Razorback program history, and I may include that into all sports. For sure, football. The guy finished 4-18. 4-18. His best win was Colorado State this year at home. That was his best win. And I know that it's easy to live in the moment when it comes to these things and these big decisions, but I just have a hard time believing or thinking about any other coach that was a worse hire than Chad Morris. Because I understand that he had to take over a dumpster fire that Brett Bielema left behind. But standing next to that dumpster fire, Chad Morris covered himself with gasoline and lit a match and then jumped in face first. Mm-hmm. Like, you incinerated it even more. And so that's where it is mind-blowing because at worst, Tommy, I thought that Chad Morris can come in here and do no worse than what Brett Bielema did in that final year of 4-8, 1-7.
How could it get any worse? We all thought.
Yes.
Well, here, hold my beer.
Yeah.
You know?
And I was like, and I remember looking at the upcoming 2-year schedule and being like, okay, Arkansas has to play Colorado State. They don't have to play Michigan anymore. Colorado State. And their East opponents that they have to play is Vanderbilt and Kentucky. They're cross-division opponents. joy. That's about the easiest schedule you could have for a new coach. And in the easiest schedule that Arkansas has had in a decade, they go 4-18.
Yeah.
With the easiest schedule they've ever had.
Now you're going to hire a new football coach, ask them to take a team to Notre Dame in their second game, go on the road to Starkville, which I know that right now Mississippi State is in a place of struggles like Arkansas, but Starkville's always been a tough place for an Arkansas football team, particularly one that's not elite, to go win. You got to go play A&M. You got to play Alabama and LSU at home back-to-back. You got Tennessee coming to Fayetteville. You go on the road to Auburn next year. Play Ole Miss at home. You got to go to Missouri to close the year. There's some tough games. Then the next year, everyone's going to expect you to be in a position to beat Texas because it's Texas. You really need a coach that gets it, that understands it, that has some Arkansas roots or ties or, and I know we're all searching for the next Frank Broyles, if you will. But this program needs someone that truly understand what makes this program and this state tick right now.
Exactly. Let's go to the Cherokee Casino hotline. Rod is on I-40. What's going on, Rod?
Good morning, guys. I couldn't let this go by. I mean, this is like a low-hanging curveball right over the heart of the plate. And but, yeah, it's justified. It had to happen. It had to happen sooner rather than later because we're getting our stock hurt here. This isn't just, this is horrible. I mean, Chad Morris has finally left Lane hammered down, but he's leaving Fayetteville. That's the only time he ever hit high gear. And, I mean, Barry Lunny Jr., good call. Probably the only call, I think, right now at this particular moment. And, I mean, I'm not to be happy or, glad or something. I feel numb. After the last 7-8 years, I mean, I feel like I've been hit with one too many lefts. I'm begging for a ride,
Yeah, well, Rod, I think a lot of people right now are just nervous, and rightfully so, because everyone wanted a change. Everyone knew that it had to be done. It had to be done with Chad Morris leaving the program. He could not be the coach any longer. That's a fact.
Yeah.
However, fans are really, really nervous about what could the possibility of bringing somebody in or you're trying to go out, you're trying to get your big guy, and everyone's telling you no. That's the scariest thing about it.
Had someone send us a note earlier, said, hey, Dabo Swinney wasn't a coordinator when Tommy Bowden was forced out at Clemson. He was just a little-known wide receiver coach, promoted him to restore the locker room, similar to Barry Lunny and what's going on here, and that will be Barry's biggest challenge. I had researched back to where Dabo was, but that's accurate, I'm certain. And, Barry's biggest challenge, I think, and we've read some of these player tweets. We talked about Devwall Whaley earlier in the show.
Yep.
We hadn't talked about Cole Kelly's tweet, and there's been others.
Oh, yeah.
That, you can tell there's a clear and apparent locker room challenge. Good about the timing here, that Lunny's got a little more than a week and a half here to kind of get everybody on the same page, singing from the same sheet of music, and more importantly, trusting their coaches, because that's clearly where all of this has broken down. Nobody trust anybody that's in charge right now. He's got to restore that. So we'll see what Lunny can do here. I know this, when he started his first game as a quarterback against Tennessee, things went pretty well. Now, I'm not saying he's going to go beat LSU. I'm just saying I think maybe he can make this team far more competitive than we ever thought it would be when we left the stadium on Saturday, knowing that LSU was the next opponent.
Absolutely. And also, Cole Kelly has deleted his tweets. So, I mean, it's kind of unfortunate.
He's not even a member of the team.
Yeah.
Had someone text in earlier, said that's just piling on, perhaps.
Hey.
But listen,
I want to know what they feel, though.
I like reading them. I think it makes interesting content for us to talk about and gives us a little more insight as to what's really going on behind those closed doors. Now, to balance the conversation, Starkle tweeted out something, thanking
him, yeah,
Coach Morris for the opportunity to come here. So, there has been a balance and a mix of the tweets, and I think reporting both sides of it is the only fair thing to do, because not every player tweet that has come out has been one that's trying to put a hammer on Chad Morris's head.
Yeah, but it's always telling, though, when you see stuff like that and where the players are at. Let's go back to the Cherokee Casino hotline. Danny is in Russellville. What's going on, Danny?
Good morning. What are they going to do with Chavis? Are they're going to have to get rid of him too? I mean, 5 for 5 on.
You got 2 more weeks.
Yeah, I mean,
couldn't get off the field. Come on, guys.
Yeah, well, I don't know what they're going to do with all the staff. I mean, because this is, it's one of those things that you never know. Maybe with Barry Lunny being named, maybe there's a rejuvenation, and I'm not saying they go in and beat LSU, but maybe they start playing better. Maybe the effort's there. Maybe they have something to play for if they get
maybe
going.
We come out and look completely different. That would be a good thing. But I just, guys, I mean, I'm not going to pile on Morris. He obviously failed, but this defense is just it's beyond pitiful. It's the most frustrating thing to see a team go up and down the field and you can't get off the field.
Yeah.
I mean, that's ridiculous. Well, have you guys thrown any names out?
We're not, but you
come on. Let's get to the fun stuff.
Well, I mean, it's early in the show. I mean, we can't empty the gunny sack yet.
All right, Danny. Yeah, who do you want? Who's your guy? Who's coming?
I have no idea. I'll tell you this: that coach in Memphis, didn't he turn us down when we got Chad Morris?
From my understanding, it was more the other way around. He wanted the job, but he was turned down by Arkansas. From my understanding.
Yeah, my understanding is that Morris and Norvell were the last 2 candidates, and they went with Morris. They obviously chose incorrectly.
Is he that great a coach? I mean, I don't know that much about him.
I mean, he's doing really well at Memphis right now. I mean, he's only lost one game.
I mean, I don't know. What if we need somebody like Barry Lunny? I mean, we don't know. He might be a world beater. We just don't know. We're in a position where we're in a tight spot, you might say.
Yeah.
Recruits are jumping ship, and we need something good to happen real bad, guys. Anyway, thanks for taking my call, and have a good day.
All right, we'll appreciate the phone call, Danny.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see the names that people A, call in with, and B, kind of start to filter out over the next couple of weeks here.
Urban Meyer.
Yeah. Urban Meyer and
He's coming.
Bobby Petrino's another one that people seem to forget history.
No, Bobby Petrino's going to be his OC. Brent Venables is coming as DC.
All right.
Just get the gang back together.
Hey, do you own apartment complexes, condos, and rental property? That's a great investment. Now make another great decision by calling Trinity Multifamily. They can help you maximize your return. Trinity Multifamily offers full-service property management, marketing, leasing, sales, and all the services you need to make your cash flow. Take the hassles and the frustrations out of ownership. Call Trinity Multifamily. 479-452-1817 or go online to trinitymultifamily.com. Trinity Multifamily is your teammate in the real estate game.
Let's go back to the Cherokee Casino hotline. Bill is driving near Mena. What's going on, Bill? You with us, Bill?
Hello?
Yeah. Bill, go ahead, man.
Hey, I've got a suggestion. It might not be the solution, but we've got a Pee Wee football coach that has won the Super Bowl 3 of the last 4 years. And I was thinking Yurchek might want to talk to him. Now, I don't know if he'd leave the Super Bowl winning team to go to that mess up there on the hill, but at least Yurchek could put out there that he's talking to a Super Bowl winning coach. What do you guys think?
I think that I'm hoping you're sarcastic.
Well, now have a good day.
Who is he talking about?
I don't know.
A Pee Wee coach that's won the Super Bowl
3 out of the 4 years. I mean, the Pee Wee Super Bowl is really the gold standard of coaching. I mean, if you get to that point.
I need more information there, Bill.
Great. Glad we could start off the names with this Pee Wee Super Bowl coach. Let's go back to the
Go up from there.
Yeah, let's go up from there. David is in South Arkansas. What's going on, David?
Good morning, gentlemen. The first thing I suggest for whoever we hire for the job, no cliches, no left lane, hammer down everything Balaam has said. Please just hire a coach who will keep his mouth shut, do his job, fire Chavis, fire the entire defensive staff, just come in and coach, and please a coach with no baggage. I saw Mike Leach mention this morning, no, he got run out of Texas Tech, I think. Just please a coach who can coach, not talk, coach. Thanks, guys.
All right. Well, thanks, David. I am sure that, first off, what you want and what you just said that you wanted is very few and far between. Because let's be honest, a lot of times hiring great coaches can come along with a little stuff. Because let's be honest, David, Urban Meyer has baggage. Would you be against hiring Urban Meyer? No, I would hope not. Not saying it's an impossibility, but I'm saying that sometimes if you can, you got to outweigh the options here.
All right, you want to go down this baggage? You want to go down this baggage line of conversation?
Let's do it.
Let me throw you another one out there that's got a freight liner full of baggage.
All right,
but has proven results over time.
What's that?
Art Briles.
That goes into the point of outweighing the baggage, because that baggage is the highest level.
Yeah, I've had that name texted
too.
and tweeted to me several times. I'm like, first of all, we're an evangelical state at our core, and that's never going to fly here.
No, I don't even want that name to be mentioned.
In fact, Yurachek, I don't even think can have his name linked to a possible interview with Art Briles. He can't even be a candidate.
No, nor should he be. He shouldn't be. Like, that's when the baggage outweighs the
So you want to
problem.
talk about baggage, there's the guy that probably has the most baggage.
Yeah, and as I said on social media too, there are 3 names that are going to get you blocked from my social media if you're legitimately wanting Houston Nutt back, Bobby Petrino back, if you want Kevin Kelly from PA, or if you want some high school coach from anywhere else.
Listen.
Like, Art Briles is on that list too.
Right. Now, Hunter Yurachek has to get approved. Arkansas can't take a lot of chances here, right?
No, yeah, they have to get
Arkansas's
this right.
in a spot where you've got to get this right. I don't have the here is the name that gets it right and the state's behind. But I know this. I think Yurachek's in a difficult spot where you can take a risk on an up and comer. You better have some really good insight on this, and you better really this one is maybe the most important moment, not just for Hunter Yurachek, for this athletic department in any of our lifetimes on a hire, because of everything that's unfolded from the time that the motorcycle went in the ditch to present date. It's just been one train wreck after another. And this program can't afford another misfire on a head coach. Just can't do it. Can't go through another one. This is the most important moment any athletic director has ever had in the history of the Arkansas football program. And that might sound like an overstatement, but I'm telling you, you mess this up and you go through another 3 to 5 years of just poor football, John, I don't know if you can ever get it out of the abyss.
No.
That's how Clay described it in his column yesterday morning. This football program is in the abyss, and that's accurate.
Mm-hmm.
Can you ever bring it up from the bottom again if you miss on this hire? Because then it becomes, it's not a coaching problem there, it's a program issue. It's systematic there. It's a problem with the Arkansas program. And you'll be damaged goods that no coach will ever want to touch.
And let's be honest, it's not like you have to go out and hire a Bobby Petrino that's going to have you get 10 and 11 wins in year 3 and 4. It's not even what you need. You don't have, it'd be great, but you don't have to have that. You just have to have a coach that could come in and make you competitive in this conference. It's as simple as that.
Yep.
And win these non-conference games you're supposed to win. Stop paying teams to beat you. I don't think that's an unreasonable expectation for the new coach. And I think that there can be a lot of other guys out there that's on that list that can legitimately come in and do that. Of course, we'd all like to sit here and say you hire this guy and you get back to the Sugar Bowl in year 3. That would be fantastic. But you also have to understand that now it went from being a rebuild after Brett Bielema to a rebuild of a rebuild now with whoever the new coach is coming in. Because there's decommitments already happening. You got the early signing period that's going to be a factor into this as well. You got the assistant coaches on who this person's going to hire. There's going to be a lot of things going on. But can Arkansas just be competitive in this conference and win the games they're supposed to? I don't think that's too much to ask.
Arkansas basketball back tomorrow night. Get out to Joe's Grill and Cantina and watch the Hogs. You can have half-price apps and taps during every Arkansas game throughout every season. TVs all around the restaurant. Half-price appetizers like brisket nachos, Mexican pizza, their big sampler platter. Any of their appetizers half price, and all beers on tap half price during every game. That's Joe's Grill and Cantina. Half price apps and taps, 3400 South 74th Street, across from Harps.
I have a few people texting into our Cherokee Casino hotline. This one comes from 870. It says, What staff members would you guys like to see stay on the staff? I'm a really big fan of Justin Stepp and Jeff Traylor. Just curious of your thoughts. Here's the thing. Keeping coaches from previous regimes can serve some sort of purpose, but it depends on who you hire. Because, I think Barry Lunny was kept on because of not only his ability to coach, but also his ability to know the state of Arkansas and recruit. I think that was one of the main reasons he stayed on. If you think about it, when Brett Bielema arrived, there weren't a lot of coaches that stayed on from that. I mean, it just depends on the coach themselves. And to me, I'm going
to tell you, we've had, as I scroll through these text messages, we've had probably 20 this morning that have brought up the name Sam Pittman.
Yes,
Sam Pittman
that's an interesting one.
Now, Sam Pittman's a guy that has history at Arkansas, but he does not have a resume of being a head coach. He's not even a resume of being a coordinator.
Nope.
But he understands line of scrimmage play. And we've talked about this, and I want to get into this conversation with Clay. We all know, until you win up front, you're not going to win very many games in this league. And what could he be a candidate for the job? He's a dynamic recruiter from what we saw in his brief time at Arkansas.
Players would play for him.
Is he a legitimate candidate for a job? And I assume he would want to be a head coach. I mean, who doesn't want to go from making hundreds of thousands to millions of dollars? I assume that's something he would be interested in, but I don't even know. Not everybody wants to be in the head coach's chair, but maybe he does.
That's not the worst idea I've ever heard.
I'm just saying we've had a lot of texts.
Yeah.
And we've had a lot of, already this morning bringing his name up. I know this, whoever this next head coach is, they better have a great offensive line coach, because if you don't understand line of scrimmage play and you don't take 2- and 3-star recruits that you're going to get out of this state and coach them up to be 4-star players by their junior year, you're not going to be very successful.
No.
That's the most important hire. I would put the hire of the offensive line coach on the same level of who they're going to bring in as defensive coordinator.
Yep.
It's that important. Someone that gets it. I'm not saying Sam Pittman would ever come back here to be the offensive line coach. It'd have to be the right set of circumstances. But Sam Pittman as a candidate for head coach,
not the worst idea.
I've heard worse ideas.
Yeah, and especially because players would play for him. He's a good recruiter. Could he hire a great staff around him? I don't know. But the last thing I'd want to see is him hiring Jim Chaney again as his offensive coordinator. We know they're buddies, but I don't know. I don't know if you want to go down that route.
Chaney had a lot of success at Georgia, and he's got things starting to kind of roll at Tennessee.
That's certainly true.
They beat Kentucky over the weekend, something Arkansas wasn't able to do.
Yeah, that's certainly true. We got a lot of people calling in, texting into the Cherokee Casino hotline. We will do our best to get around to everybody calling and texting in. Clay Henry, the Hogs Illustrated publisher, will be joining us on the other side of the break. Stay with us, folks. Second hour of the Morning Rush coming up next.
I like your new Toyota Tundra.
Thanks. I got a great deal on it at the Toyota Tailgate event. Now I can spend my weekends out in the wilderness, tackling all sorts of terrain, kicking up rocks, barreling down deep forest trails.
Oh, totally.
Going on rough, tough, rugged journeys. Really just getting out, connecting with nature.
Right.
I'm talking ATVing, mountain biking, taking the boat out, weekends jam-packed with activities.
That's cool.
I mean, except on game days. On game days, I'll still be here tailgating with you.
Oh, good. Because you're the only one with a big enough grill.
Nice. Real nice.
Hurry in to the Toyota Tailgate event for a great deal on trucks made to withstand your weekend. Qualified buyers can get 0% APR financing for 72 months on a new, rugged and dependable 2019 Toyota Tundra. Hurry in today. Toyota, let's go places. Visit buyatoyota.com for details. Offers available in select states and end 12/2/19.
Thank you, River Valley, for the 4th consecutive year. You voted Crabtree and Alma the best place to buy an RV. To show our appreciation, we are beginning our Christmas Cash Day sale early. From now through New Year's Eve, you can choose sales tax paid or $1,000 in Christmas cash on the purchase of any RV from Crabtree. And we'll still give you the most for your trade. The best deals of the year are happening now at Crabtree RV in Alma, where your family's dreams come true.
Hey there, this is Travis Tollett from Williams Tractor. As the calendar winds down, Williams Tractor is winding up the savings on your favorite color, True Blue. During the True Blue sales event going on now at Williams Tractor, take advantage of 0% financing, cashback options, and other year-end specials on select New Holland tractors, hay and forage products, and material handling equipment. Get in on all the True Blue savings now to Williams Tractor in Fayetteville, Berryville, or Bobcat of Northwest Arkansas and Rogers. But hurry in, the deal's in when the year does, on December 31st.
Your number one Arkansas fans, Auto Owners Insurance and Jerry Roller Insurance is a winning combination. We'll work with you to ensure your home, auto, business, and life to keep everything you value safe, sound, and secure. Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people. Call Jerry Roller Insurance today at 479-785-5555 or visit their website at jerryroller.com. Again, that's 479-785-5555 or visit their website at jerryroller.com.
Did someone say, I'm hungry? Visit 906 Cocktail and Cigar Lounge on the Avenue. Try the new panini sandwiches like the Chicken Pyro or the Cubana or the signature 906 wings. Jumbo wings roasted with honey bacon jam. Want some spice? Try the black and blue wings. Experience their salads, flatbreads, coffees and desserts, top shelf wines and liquors, premium beers, world-class cigars, all in an atmosphere that feels less like a lounge and more like a destination. Sample, indulge, escape. 906 Cocktail and Cigar Lounge. Treat your appetite on the Avenue.
Hi, folks. Larry Rath here for Rath Auto Resources. Fall is my favorite time of the year. Football, fine weather, and my chance to flip the lot. We're out to sell every single car in our Rath Road Ready inventory and flip the lot during our fall clearance. That's right. Every vehicle must go. To make it happen, we're discounting our entire inventory with savings up to $4,300 below retail. Even our special purchase vehicles are included, like 2018 Hyundai Elantra SELs for only $13,991. If you're keeping the car you have, let us take care of it for you in our Meineke Car Care Center with buy 3, get 1 free on all tires and 50% off brake pads. Don't miss out on the savings. Help us flip the lot. Get the Rath Road Ready vehicle that's perfect for you and save up to $4,300 during the fall clearance at Arkansas's #1 rated and reviewed independent dealer, Rath Auto Resources, and the Meineke Car Care Center, 4515 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith, or online at rathauto.com.
Requires bank approval. Vehicle purchase price affects trade allowance.
Hello, would you like me to find workout classes near you?
There are no stores that sell glasses within 10 miles of your location.
There's enough artificial in the world. That's why Michelob Ultra is brewed with no artificial colors or flavors. With just 95 calories and 2.6 carbs, superior light beer. Enjoy responsibly. 2019 Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri. 95 calories, 2.6 grams carbs, 0.6 grams protein, and 0.0 grams fat for 12 ounces.
Spring is in the air. Not in the house, Dalton. Okay, AJ. Aw, snap, I told you not in the house. Red Kool-Aid all over the white carpet. Mom and Dad are gonna... It's okay, AJ. I can't believe it. We're so in trouble. I told you so.
Thank you for calling Service Master Clean. This is Tanya. How can I help you?
Tanya, it's Dalton. For the clean you expect and the service you deserve. Think Service Master Clean. Visit us online at smcleanonline.com.
Got a mystery stain on the carpet and the kids insist they don't know what it is? Or you're just ready to give the house a good spring cleaning? Call Service Master Clean at 646-4087. Call today for spring specials.
Service Master Clean. For the clean you expect and the service you deserve. It's okay, AJ.
ESPN Arkansas weather.
Could be a messy go of it today with a chance of occasional rain across the north. Could see a little light snow or sleet mixing in. We're looking at also gusty winds. It could be anywhere from 15 to near 35 miles per hour. Temperatures falling into the upper 20s north, right around the mid-50s south. I'm Sally Russell with your forecast on ESPN Arkansas.
Weather is brought to you by Hertz Car Sales, 2810 Midland Boulevard in Fort Smith. You can call them today at 783-1722 or check them out online at buyfromhertz.com.
Radio station.
KERX, Paris, Fort Smith, from the Bush and Bushlight Studios. This is ESPN 95.3. Broadcasting live from the Toyota Studios. This is The Morning Rush
The final on-campus game of the season does not go the way the Razorbacks' way. In fact, it was downright ugly today. Western Kentucky wins at 45-19.
Absolutely. I am the guy. There's no question. I knew that this was going to be a process of recruiting and developing and building, and especially in this conference.
Chad Morris.
Chad Morris has been fired at the University of Arkansas.
Here we go again.
With John Neighbors.
Every time you put a mic in my face, I'm going to say Arkansas.
And Tommy Kraft.
Tommy is a good kid, too, but he's crazy. He's a cowboy. He's got too much to prove.
The Morning Rush starts right now.
1 hour down, 2 hours to go. Appreciate everybody listening in on this beautiful day here in the great state of Arkansas. John Neighbors, Tommy Kraft, Maddie T, all in studio with you today. And thank you as always for making us a part of your morning this morning on a Monday morning quarterback presented by Crabtree RV.
Yeah, Crabtree RV in Alma has been voted for the fourth consecutive year the best place to buy an RV. And to show their appreciation, they're beginning their Christmas Cash Day sale early. From now till New Year's Eve, you can choose sales tax paid or $1,000 in Christmas cash on the purchase of any RV from Crabtree RV. Crabtree RV in Alma, it's where your family's dreams come true.
All right, let's go ahead and welcome in the man himself.
I have just one question for you. Are you ready?
I'm ready for this my whole life.
Welcome to the most incredible 2 hours of your life. Here he is. The Clay Henry.
That's right, Clay Henry, the publisher of Hogs Illustrated, joins us now on the Morning Rush. Clay, good morning. How you doing, man?
Good morning, gentlemen. I'm doing all right.
Good. It's been kind of a interesting weekend. I know.
Long weekend. Yeah, we had to. Yesterday was a long day. Had to kind of redo some pages of the magazine, but it's it's fun when you get to do your job and prove that you can dance on your feet a little bit, and do some revisions. You plan all week for a certain magazine, and that's not what we got. So,
you really
one
had
of the things we did. We made a decision to not to put football on the cover. They played their way off the cover. We put soccer on the cover.
So you had to get that soccer story in there, didn't you?
Well, we wanted to do that, and it's like, and we dropped out some pages that we had planned for game coverage to run a termination story.
So, got to ask you what
departure of Chad Morris. Yeah.
So, what are your thoughts? I mean, he obviously let go Sunday morning. What are your thoughts?
Hey, the boys that said 14 months ago that it was too big for him were probably right. And when you look at the 0-14 in conference play, and then you look at the Colorado State, North Texas, San Jose, and Western Kentucky, those add up to probably the worst in school history. And they were competitive in a few conference games, and if he had won some of those, we wouldn't be sitting here now looking for a coach. But the two Texas A&M games, he had chances to those to win. Definitely had a chance in the LSU game last year, and I think a lot of people may forget that. And then had a chance to close out the Kentucky game and could not. One or two of those would have made a big difference, but in the grand scheme, the team was someone said, well, they're not improving. No, it's not that they're not improving; they're getting worse. Mm-hmm. And I get the youth movement, but when you're, you've and then you look at recruiting, and it was last year. It was very much on the uptick, one of the best in a long time, but it was not going to be like that this year by my estimation. And I'm not a recruiting guru, but that's what everybody says.
Let's go to the Cherokee Casino hotline. Been waiting for this phone call. Eddie is in Clarksville. Good morning, Eddie.
Good morning, gentlemen, and good morning to the Razorback Nation. Well, listen, first of all, I want to start off and say commend Hunter Yurchek for doing what had to be done in our program, and he did it. Secondly, I'd like to say congratulations to Mr. Ty Story. even though he was not wearing red and white, I called in on the post game after the game started to give a congratulations to that young man, because even though, again, he, like I said, he was not wearing red and white, he's a home state kid, and I always like to see home state kids go on and do good things. And certainly he persevered, and he's doing good things right now. So congratulations to him and his family. Let's get to what has to be done now. Mr. Yurchek, this next coach, this has to be right. Let's make this the right hire. You know, we've made enough bad decisions the last 10 years in this program, not only on the coaching hires, but on an administrative level, and let's get it right this time. Let's get it right for Coach Boyles, our legendary athletic director, for he built a legacy up there. And we have the facilities, we have the fan base, we have the money to get it right. And so I pray that happens as I'm getting older now. You know, I've been on the Hawk train ever since I was 7 years old. I'm not getting off of it anytime soon. And so I think a lot of fans have jumped off the Hawk train under Coach Morris. And so we need to get the fans back on the Hawk train. Everybody needs to be thinking of one thing, and that's about getting this coaching hire right. And I don't know who that's going to be. I've heard some names. Personally, I think all the names I've heard can do a lot better job than what we had. The most important thing, we cannot settle for mediocrity. And so we had enough mediocrity. And I think Hunter Yurchek stepped forward yesterday, and he opened that door. And not only did he send Coach Morris packing, he kicked mediocrity in the rear end out the door at the U of A. And I'll hang up and listen to you call.
Well, thank you, Eddie, as always, for calling in. I think that's one of the things that I don't think fans were necessarily surprised by is the swift movement from Hunter Yurchek in making this ad, because essentially when this all came out, I believe it was 5 News originally was the ones that put out the tweet, and it makes sense because of the coach's show.
Right, because the coach's show was taped, and it was taped Saturday night following the game, but when the decision was made Sunday morning, they had to inform their TV partners, KATV in Little Rock, KFSM, and I tweeted this yesterday. It makes sense that, hey, before because Bobby Swafford was tweeting this out, Kyle Deckelbaum was tweeting this out. I said this is very likely true because they would have the inside scoop on what's going to happen tonight with the coach's show. So it made sense that the news would break from those 2 TV affiliates.
Yes, and so when they broke the news, that's where really it all started from and all came from. But I guess they still recorded the show. They taped the show. They just did.
So somewhere in the archives,
we need to find that. Like, who has access to that?
Chad Morris show. How much would we have to pay Chuck Barrett to give us a copy of that?
I don't know. You're buddies with him, so maybe you can start wheeling and dealing over there. Put on your salesman
I don't know
cap.
how much it's really worth. You know, I'm not sure how much the tape I want is the Petrino tape following the Auburn game. That's the one I really want, is the outtakes on that one. But
yeah.
That's a whole other show and a whole other time. But, there was one taped, and it didn't air, obviously, last night. And they'll, that was where the news started to break yesterday morning.
Yeah, and I think that when Hunter Yurchek made this decision, and I know that we're going to be able to meet with him at noon today, him and Barry Lunny Jr. and the media, I'm sure that the questions are going to start being thrown around of, all right, what was the time frame in this? What was the timetable? Did it happen Sunday morning is when you decided? Was it a long time coming? And hopefully we'll get more information on how it all transpired over the weekend.
Yeah, so we're we'll find out a little bit more today at noon. Hey, the Hot Springs event is going on right now, the Hot Springs Spa event at Burton Pools and Spas. Get $1,000 in instant rebates with the purchase of select Hot Springs models at Burton Pools and Spas, 6121 Zero Street in Fort Smith, and just off I-49 at the 412 exit in Springdale. So you can stop in right now and find out about $1,000 instant rebate and make your day-to-day routine part like a vacation every day in your own backyard with a Hot Springs Spa. Hot tub event, rebate event going on right now at Burton Pools and Spas, Springdale and in Fort Smith. Your local Hot Springs dealer, Burton Pools and Spas, your source for backyard fun.
More of the Morning Rush and Clay Henry of Hogs Illustrated Publisher coming up next. Stay with us, folks.
Monday Weekday morning quarterback presented by Crabtree RV in Alma. Exit 13 off I-40.
Are you in the market for a new pool or spa? Seaside Pools and Spas has been constructing quality pools in the four-state area since 1967. It's your one-stop shop for chemicals, equipment, spas, and in-ground pools. With a service department like no other, Seaside Pools and Spas can help you with any repair, maintenance, or renovation needs necessary. Visit Seaside Pools and Spas today in Springdale and Bentonville or online at seasidepools.com.
Hey there, this is Travis Tollett from Williams Tractor. As the calendar winds down, Williams Tractor is winding up the savings on your favorite color, True Blue. During the True Blue sales event going on now at Williams Tractor, take advantage of 0% financing, cashback options, and other year-end specials on select New Holland tractors, hay and forage products, and material handling equipment. Get in on all the True Blue savings now at Williams Tractor in Fayetteville, Berryville, or Bobcat in Northwest Arkansas and Rogers. But hurry in, the deal's in when the year does, on December 31st.
Thank you, River Valley, for the 4th consecutive year. You voted Crabtree and Alma the best place to buy an RV. To show our appreciation, we are beginning our Christmas Cash Day sale early. From now through New Year's Eve, you can choose sales tax paid or $1,000 in Christmas cash on the purchase of any RV from Crabtree. And we'll still give you the most for your trade. The best deals of the year are happening now at Crabtree RV in Alma, where your family's dreams come true.
The Morning Rush is brought to you by Supercuts, who supports local teams. Supercuts, we're super into the movement.
Fall is here, and the weather may not always be nice outside, but it's always nice inside. Keep your game sharp no matter the season on the TrackMan Simulator only at the Golf Nut. This is the same technology used on the PGA Tour for ball tracking on TV. The world's top players trust TrackMan when it comes down to data accuracy, and you can too. The Golf Nut, 5121 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith's #1 golf shop since 1994. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook for daily specials. The Golf Nut.
It's a November to remember at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Save up to $14,000 off on remaining 2019 GMC Sierra SLTs, featuring the new body style and tons of new features, and now $14 grand off. Or get the new 2019 Buick Encore, the hottest selling Buick in the market, only $18,999. It's a November to remember. Save up to $14,000 off at Harry Robinson Buick GMC, exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith.
Morning, cowboy. Need a little extra something to wake up? Well, for just $3, you can order yourself a hearty Southwest omelet, biscuit, or burrito and lasso the day the cowboy way. With cheesy eggs, bacon, and just enough jalapenos to make you sit up in the saddle. All stacked onto a fresh, made-from-scratch biscuit or warm, soft tortilla. And each for just $3. The Southwest Omelet, Biscuit, and Burrito. Now part of Hardee's 2-3 More menu. Offer valid for a limited time during regular breakfast hours at participating Hardee's. Tax not included. Price and participation may vary.
Did you invest in real estate only to find out that real estate takes up too much of your time? If you answered yes, then it's time to make a call to the experts. With more than 30 years of combined property management experience and more than 16,000 units managed, Trinity Multifamily are the ones to call. Get your life back. Call Trinity Multifamily at 479-452-1817 or online at trinitymultifamily.com. Trinity Multifamily, your teammate in the real estate game.
Tire. Yes, tires.
Jodys Tire.
No, it's jodysauto.com.
I thought you said they sold tires.
Yes, Jody sells tires. The best brands at the best prices.
Doesn't say tire in their name.
Doesn't say they do brakes and alignments and oil changes either.
So, jodysauto.com sells tires.
Price match guarantee.
So let's see what they have.
Okay, go to jodysauto.com and click on Shop for Tires and get a quote. You can even get financing.
Free flat repair?
And free road hazard.
Wow.
Best tire brands and prices, sure, but these folks know tires. And jodysauto.com has a lot more to offer. 3 locations and one-stop service. Total convenience. One stop for oil changes, repairs, maintenance, tires, towing, and fleets. Voted best of the best because they take care of their customers. Since 1984, convenience and trust, jodysauto.com.
Unlimited personal group training at the Fort Smith Athletic Club. Personal group training is a great way to create accountability for your fitness while improving mobility, endurance, and overall wellness. Reach your fitness goals faster with personal group training. Only $60 a month. Call Mike Johnson at 479-926-0193. These workouts are high intensity and get results in under an hour. Only $60 a month. Call for class schedules and details. 479-926-0193. 9193. Results happen here at the Fort Smith Athletic Club.
If you have experience transporting frozen and refrigerated goods and want to be part of a trucking family with insurance and be home every week, you need to contact Brent Higgins Trucking. Since 1997, Brent Higgins Trucking in Mulberry has been proudly delivering to and from various areas of the United States, including but not limited to Oklahoma, Texas, Louisiana, and Mississippi. Brent Higgins Trucking, where you're a name, not a number. Contact them at 479-997-2366 or at BrentHigginsTrucking.com.
ESPN 95.3. It's a great day to be listening to the show. This is The Morning Rush.
Welcome back into the Morning Rush. We are brought to you by Williams Tractor.
Yeah, during the True Blue Savings event going on right now at Williams Tractor, you can take advantage of 0% financing, cashback savings, and other year-end specials on select New Holland tractors, hay and forage products, and material handling equipment. Get in on all the True Blue savings right now at Williams Tractor in Fayetteville, Berryville, or Bobcat of Northwest Arkansas, and Rogers.
Clay Henry, the publisher of Hogs Illustrated, is joining us on the show as well. Clay, I wanted to ask you, what do you make of Barry Lunney being named interim? And it's kind of nice timing, at least, or it's got about as good as time as you can have where they're going into a bye week. So still extra time to prepare, but Barry Lunney has put in his dues. His first game, it's just against the number one team in the country on the road, so no big deal there. But I think a lot of people, and from the fan reaction and player reaction too, they're excited to see what Barry Lunney can do in these final two games.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. I mean, it's you have two ways to do it. One is you look at someone that you think might can hold together in-state recruiting for the next few weeks, because that's the place where you've got the best chance to hold some of these guys. And, of course, he's on those guys. And so making him the interim coach gives him a little bit of clout when he makes those calls. And then as far as who do you pick to be the interim coach, sometimes athletic directors think, well, we've got to do the chain of command because we made this guy assistant head coach, so we just have to elevate him. And I think that's what happened with Taver Johnson at one point, I think, if I remember right. Mm-hmm. And, Joe Kynes definitely was assistant head coach, so that's what happened with him. So you look, Jeff Traylor was the assistant head coach. Was that a guy that you think it's likely to stay over? Probably not. He could be, but that I would think Barry Lunney is the one guy on the staff that you could say be the interim coach, and there would provide some continuity going forward. And he was involved with even the players that were before Chad Morris arrived. He was in the homes, has more of a relationship with the whole team than anybody on the staff. Mm-hmm. And that's so that it all made sense in those, that's Saturday afternoon when you knew the gig was up, so to speak, and you thought, well, that's the name. And I was talking with Matt Jones, and that's the one he threw out first. And I said, well, if they don't feel like they have to do chain of command and appoint the assistant head coach, then Barry's the guy. So it made a lot of sense to, I think, everybody, and I think it does to fans and it does to the players, and that's why Hunter Yurachek did it.
Well, he is a Razorback. He bleeds Razorback red in the fans' eyes. He's been around this program for 7 years, as you point out. He transcends multiple coaching staffs. And to me, he's not labeled as a Chad Morris guy. He's an Arkansas guy. He's not one of Chad's guys that was brought in with him. So I think, there's always these perceptions that I think that are important in times like these.
Yeah. Now, here's the other part about it that you don't. I think he gets along with everybody. I mean, he's a fit. And he's going to have to delegate, and it's. I don't think with 2 games left that you change up a whole lot of things, and so you're likely to see a lot of the same scheme things being done. So you're asking him to hold it together and to make calls in recruiting, and that's what he's going to do. So,
and I think put the locker room back together.
The only thing that I would wonder that might be different, does he get Cheyenne O'Grady back on the field for these last 2 games?
Do you think that there's actually a chance of that, Clay? Like, do you think that could actually happen?
If Cheyenne wants it to happen, I think Barry's the guy. I mean, I know Cheyenne likes Barry, so I mean, if I was Cheyenne, I would want to do it. I don't know what the players would feel about that. I don't know. I mean, Cheyenne was a good guy, and everybody likes him, and he didn't do anything to hurt anybody else. He just did things to hurt himself. But you know what I'm saying. He was not disliked by the players.
Well, because it certainly seems like, just from some of the reactions that we've gotten from current players, or we go into social media, even some former players, some of the tweets have been deleted now, but it certainly seems like there was, at least some of the reaction was not a lot of love lost from the departure of Chad Morris from the program. And, you're going to have that no matter what, but it just seems like, if you want to compare it to the most recent one, with Brett Bielema, it seemed like there was a lot more players that were saddened, that were upset, that were frustrated at the fact that he left, compared to what you've seen with Chad Morris. Now, I know it's a smaller amount of time, so there really wasn't a lot of time to build that relation.
The bottom line is the bottom line. They're tired of losing.
Yeah.
And they they're like everybody else. They didn't see it getting better, and that nobody wants to do things. I mean, you're just beating your head against the wall. It wasn't working. They know it wasn't working, and you can say culture change, all that kind of stuff. They're in the middle of it, and they are tired of losing, and as tired as fans are, they're more tired. I mean, it's just it's like, guys, we want somebody that gives us a chance, and they didn't feel like that was happening. I mean, they knew it wasn't happening, and without question, after they didn't win at Kentucky, they went downhill. And you can say, and that's what I said after the game. And we talked about it here. Do you want him as the coach? What, are you ready to make a change now? Let's see if they hold on to the rope. I want to see well, we've seen it.
Yeah.
And they're talented enough to play with Western Kentucky. There ain't any chance. But you have to believe in the guys that are pushing the buttons, and these players didn't. It was clear that they didn't believe, and if you're a fan and watching, you can see they didn't believe, and that's what and Hunter Yurchik. That's why he made the decision. It wasn't going to turn around. It didn't matter what recruiting was going to do, and it wasn't going well. It's like the Kentucky game is that to me. After the game, when you have one offensive line committed, and we talked about it here, and you lose that guy, he's the best recruit you've got, and he didn't want to be a part of that, and that was a big blow. I mean, that weekend, and now I'm not going to say beating Kentucky is easy, because they're good and they play hard. Now Tennessee figured out a way to do it. Kudos to them, but it's a hard deal to go to Kentucky and win. So I understand, but they had it. They had the game. They had the start. They got the plan in place to get a lead, and they couldn't finish the deal either in the end of the first half or the end of the game. Well, Tennessee had a worse time of possession than Arkansas did, but they still came out and won the game.
Well, one of the things that I know that I've heard when talking with some people that I know inside the program, one of the things that they felt like was one of the ultimate demises of Chad Morris was when he came in, he did not do a very good job of having the guys that were already on campus, all of Brett Bielema's guys, being able to translate and relate to them and get them to play for him. Now, I'm not saying that that's completely and totally on Chad Morris. I'm not saying that there could have been some guys that were just not going to play no matter who it was. But one of the things that I've heard is just Chad Morris was so much about getting his guys in. I want to recruit my guys. My guys need to get these old guys out of here. They have to leave.
He thought he had 5 years.
Yeah,
he figured out he didn't.
No, I don't think he had. I don't think it was. He thought he had 5 years. I think he knew he was out of players I mean, he recognized, and the emphasis on recruiting has to be there, but there also has to be emphasis on retention and development. Retention and development. And the emphasis was not on retention. It was not. It was on, okay, all right, as soon as you see that there's, you got to win them over. And Bobby didn't do that. I mean, he flushed some guys, but there's still, you cannot flush as many players as he did. You've got, of course you can say, hey, let's get rid of them and let's get better players. And I understand that. But he and I talked about what he had to do to coach tough. You have to develop some love. And now I know Petrino didn't do that. But I think there's two ways to do it. But if you have to establish some relationships, just like what you guys just said. He did not develop the relationships because he was spending so much time on the road recruiting in those first 4 months. And, part of it is that you have 2 recruiting periods now. So as soon as he was there, it was try to get, be gone as much as you can in that early signing period. And then you turn around and do it again. And then all at once, it's spring is there and you haven't spent any time with your players. And, he wasn't a bad guy, so he could do relationship stuff, but it never got to the point. And I can remember talking to Santos Ramirez, and he says, I haven't seen him. I don't know. And this was, in May. He says, I've seen him on the field a little bit, in the practices, but I'm on defense. He's on offense. And that's another tough aspect. If you're going to be the play caller, and he was, let's don't kid ourselves. And, he never wanted to throw Joe Craft. And by and large, he never wanted to throw anybody under the bus. And he was cognizant of that with Joe Craddock. But he called the plays. And when you're that involved with the offense, the defensive players, they know that. It's like, that's not our coach. Our head coach is John Chavis. So, yeah.
Talking about
my voice is a little shaky this morning, so sorry.
Talking about the firing and dismissal of Chad Morris here on the Monday Morning Quarterback, brought to you by Crabtree RV in Alma. The best place to buy your RV, been voted that 4 consecutive years in a row in the best of the best, and they're starting their Christmas Cash Day sale early. Get sales tax paid or $1,000 in Christmas cash on the purchase of any RV from Crabtree RV in Alma. Crabtree RV in Alma, it's where your family's dreams come true.
Do you think Chandler Morris will decommit?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, people have been asking because they've already had Arkansas's had 3 decommitments so far. Just yesterday with the news of Chad Morris being fired. I know that a lot of fans will look at that and they'll kind of not hit the panic button, but they'll be like, "Oh, geez, this is not good." Listen, you're going to have this happen anytime you change coaches.
That's part of it.
That's right.
That's part of it.
You're going to have that. I'm sure you're going to have guys that are going to transfer out of the program, and you were going to have guys transfer out just because of the law of numbers. It just seems like that happens at every team and every year in some capacity. But you're going to have some changes there, too. So this is just going to come along with the territory. The biggest thing, and then, of course, again, we're going to hear more from Hunter Yurachek today as him and Barry Lunny Jr. are going to meet with the media around noon. But the biggest thing, you don't want to rush into a hiring before you really do your due diligence. But at the same time, you can't mess around either because this early signing period when it comes to recruiting is a big factor. I think that was something that went into hand when Chad Morris was hired.
Mm-hmm.
When he got on campus, what was it? The signing period was like a week, 2 weeks after he was hired. It was very quick, and it was really difficult to really get your feet wet in the recruiting game. Mm-hmm. So, again, you don't want to rush, but you can't mess around. So I'm going to be curious to see what the timetable is going to look like for Hunter Yurachek now that they have the extra 3 weeks before the regular season has ended to kind of get a jump on this. Is it something that they're going to have ready and loaded once the Missouri game's over? Is it something that's going to carry over into the few weeks into December? I mean, what are we looking at? But what we do know is that Hunter Yurachek, it's crazy. He's going to have to make the men's college basketball hire and the Razorback football hire all within a span of about 9 months. He did a good job with Eric Musselman in basketball. Can he do the same in football?
And it appeared he acted alone in making the hire with Musselman, and from all accounts, I think everyone's pleased with that decision. We're 1 game in, but everyone feels like, and particularly with Moody committing over the weekend, you found the right guy for that job. I think you got to let Hunter Yurachek go about doing his work and finding and exploring the right candidates, filtering through them, and coming to a conclusion. But you're right, time is not on his side. It's not an open-ended deal here. So because of the recruiting timetable.
Yeah.
I think that the guy that will help him is John Fagg, and he'll do the due diligence and help him with the research and compliance and those kind of things. I mean that's the one guy that in the administration I think that'll be by his side. So when you say act alone, you got to have somebody bounce ideas off, and that's somebody that I would trust.
When I say act alone, I mean there's not a committee, there's not the board sticking their hand into it. It's not.
No,
it's not
not a
him
committee.
It's not him and the chancellor flying around the country. It's Hunter Yurachek and then his trusted lieutenants, if you will. It's what I meant by that.
Yeah, because let's be honest, Hunter Yurachek's gained a lot of favor in the minds of the fans with the Eric Musselman dealings and the firing and hiring and how he handled the whole thing. He's gained a lot of favor in that. If he can pull this off with the football too and get something similar, which I know it's going to be more difficult because let's be honest, it's a lot better program in basketball to take over, especially because Mike Anderson didn't leave the basketball program in a whole mess. Now, in football, you're having to compete in the toughest division in all of college football at a place that's going to essentially have back-to-back years of possible 2-10. It's not going to be easy, so it's going to take a little more effort and a little more patience when it comes to football.
Clay, is this a worse situation than when Jack Crow was fired? I mean, where's the program now versus where it was back in 1992?
I mean, it's to me, it's worse. And you had, I mean, without question, you didn't have a lot of talent on that team. But let's face it, they won some SEC games that year. So they were more talented and they had some really good coaches on that staff. When you look at, as two of my all-time favorite coaches at Arkansas are Joe Kynes and Lewis Campbell. Those guys could really coach defense, and the two of them. And I think that right now that you had some linemen on that team. I don't see a lot of top end linemen on this team. I think that McTelvin Agim and there's some young ones, and they might develop into it, but the young ones, they haven't played very well so far. And, whether that's coaching, I don't know. I think Steve Caldwell is a heck of a coach. I mean, I trust him as much as anybody on that staff.
Yeah,
I agree.
And Barry Lunny has shown an ability to coach tight ends. I mean, he's had a bunch of good ones, and they've played well.
I bet he could coach quarterbacks if given the chance. I bet he could be a coordinator if given the chance. Might be a head coach. He might be given the chance to be a head coach.
So. I think that without question, Brett Bielema was grooming Barry to be a coordinator. I mean, I think that he saw him as somebody that would be a coordinator down the road. But it's hard to jump from tight end coach to head coach. But maybe the next coach sees him as a coordinator. So you guys give the Sam Pittman stuff some validity?
I think so.
Well, we just had that as a suggested name a lot.
Right, and then the more I think about it, which I understand that there are people that are maybe cautious because he's never been a head coach. He's mainly just been he hasn't even been an offensive coordinator. He's just been an offensive line coach.
He's been an offensive line coach, a heck of an offensive line coach, and a heck of a recruiter.
Yeah, and so here's my thing and why I think people may be more apt to see a Sam Pittman. You know why? Because they see Ed Orgeron. And I'm not saying they're the same, but Ed Orgeron is a guy who's fiery. He's kind of a big brute, a football guy.
They're physically built similar. Yeah.
He was mainly a trench play coach, coaching defensive line a lot. He's a fantastic recruiter, and you see the success that's going along at LSU. And I think that that's triggered some people's minds of Sam Pittman, he loves Arkansas, and we've heard that he wants to be a head coach. He's a guy that's a fantastic recruiter, could have players running through a wall for him. And there's just an element of interest there, I think, because of the success of Ed Orgeron, because there are some similarities between them.
Yeah, here's the key things to being a head coach that you have to, when you try to evaluate. Number one, can they recruit?
Yes.
Number 2, can they hire a good staff? And I mean, all that other stuff, and, it's like, I've heard people, and I mean, I could tell you key people that I've been around through the years, and they always like, can you win the press conference? What's the sound bite? Now, I mean, Ed Orgeron can't do that. I mean, we've laughed about some of that, and we laughed about some of Les Miles, the press conferences and the sound bites. That is not the most important thing. In modern media, there's so many people that you'll hear at ESPN or whatever, and that do what we do on the radio, and they're talking about the sound bite. That's because that's what they're doing. They're cutting up sound bites, and they chuckle when they do them, and they're like, this guy's not a hit. That is not what's you do not have to be able to win the press conference and the sound bite stuff. You got to be able to hire good coaches, and you got to be able to recruit.
Let's go ahead and get into your Hog update here on the Morning Rush.
Arkansas football. It's the players running through the A. Hog hats. It's more than 70,000 fans calling Woo Pig Suey.
It's a great day to be a Razorback.
Guys, I've got just one thing I want to say to you. Touchdown, Arkansas!
Arkansas wins the national championship! The Arkansas Razorbacks have completed the dream season!
This is your Hog Update on the Morning Rush.
All right, it's time for your Hog Update presented by Ozark Sportsman Supply.
Hey, Christmas is just around the bend, and Santa has dubbed the Ozarks his Arkansas home away from home. He knows that it's the only store you need to go to that has everything you're looking for to give your family a great Christmas this year. Choose from firearm brands such as Benelli, Glock, Smith & Wesson, Wilson Combat, Nighthawk, Gun Crafters, Daniel Defense, and many, many more. Clothing and footwear brands like Drake, Carhartt, Columbia, boutique brands, Blowfish, New Balance, Twisted X, Ariat, and a lot more. It's all at the Ozarks, and it's all under one roof. You can't find a better place to do your shopping this holiday season than at the Ozarks. Highway 412 West, barely out of Springdale in Tawnytown, it's Ozark Sportsman Supply and Ozark Outpost Casual Clothing and Footwear.
So for your Hog Update, of course, the big news, Chad Morris has been fired as the Razorback head coach effective yesterday morning. We'll be meeting with Barry Lundy Jr., the interim head coach, as well as Hunter Yurachek today in a press conference they'll be having at noon today. I guess it's at the Broyles complex, right. So it's which is going to be nice because that's a little big of a room than where they usually have the press conferences. So I'm sure it'll be a crowded room there as well. Also, in some really good news over the weekend, it's kind of a shame that everything else is getting overshadowed. But Moses Moody, the big recruit that everyone's been really going after from Arkansas. Eric Musselman has really been recruiting highly. He a kid that's actually got from Arkansas but moved to Florida for prep school. He comes back to Arkansas on Saturday night and announces his commitment to play for Eric Musselman and the Razorbacks.
That's what, 2 of the 5 that everyone's kind of zeroed in on?
2 of the 5.
I thought where Nikki Chavanel had tabbed it the Feral 5. I don't know if that's the name that everyone's running with, but
Feral 5.
Well, I think it's good.
I mean, I've heard worse. As long as you don't call it the Fab 5, because that's already
been taken.
Yeah. Don't do that. But
Feral, Hogs, all that. I kind of get it.
And you had the videos of the coaches doing it's time.
It's time.
It's time.
And I didn't know if they were talking about that or Chad Morris being fired, but they were pretty right on with both of those things.
It was very generic, so it could have been okay no matter what they did.
Right.
So, so that was really big news for Arkansas and Eric Musselman, and man, if they're able to get those other 3 guys to get all 5, it's going to be really fun for Razorback basketball really quickly up there on the hill. And also some other news, unfortunately, the Razorback soccer team lost the SEC title game over the weekend to South Carolina 1-0. Still in great position, but
South Carolina kind of had their number this year. Beat them in the regular season, beat them in the SEC championship game, tournament championship game. So Arkansas will, I think, have a good run and play a lot of those games on campus.
Yeah.
Here as they start NCAA postseason play, and we can all become soccer experts in the next few weeks.
Exactly. We'll really do our research, and we'll make sure that we get you the best soccer analysis known to man right here on the Morning Rush. 877-377-6963 is the number to call or text into the Cherokee Casino hotline. We'll get to all those phone calls and text messages on the other side of the break, but first we're going to have Tommy tell you about Gaston's.
Love talking about Gaston's, and you can head to Gaston's for Thanksgiving. We're just a few weeks away. If you haven't made your reservations for Gaston's, a handful of cabins and lodge spots are left, so you can call 870-431-5202. Enjoy some great fishing. And just a great family time to gather there at Gaston. So if your family's looking to get out of town, kids got a few extra days out of school this year, you've got a day or 2 off work, If you're not going to Little Rock for the Arkansas-Missouri game, this is a great place to retreat and relax and get away from it all at Gaston's White River Resort. Now, on Thanksgiving, they're going to have an all-day Thanksgiving buffet. They'll take care of you and your family with all the traditional favorites that you would expect and a lot more than that. So you won't have to worry about cooking. You won't have to worry about cleaning. You won't have to worry about everyone getting their belly full because Gaston's will take care of that for you. Call 870-431-5202. Even if you just want to stop in and eat on Thanksgiving, they'd love to welcome you for that as well. That's 870-431-5202 for Gaston's White River Resort. Gaston's, a first-class time every time.
Hello, my name is Sean Brazel. I'm with the Fence Man and Quantum Property Services. I'm here to give you the brass tacks and hard facts of what encompassing all of your property needs are. We can help you with your real estate, your property management, your construction, and
your money. Hi, I'm Andy, Money Talks Knox. I'm here to talk to you about maximizing your return on your investment and also helping you get creative with your financing. Please, when you think of Quantum Property Services, Inc., give us a call at 479-434-6860. That's 479-434-6860. I'm Andy, Money Talks Knox.
brass tacks, hard facts.
Hi, I'm Hector here from La Huertas. We like everything hot. La Huertas, we're fresh, authentic Mexican food served every day. La Huertas has 4 locations in the Fort Smith area with daily happy hours and a margarita night. Check it out. We're open 7 days a week with draft beer specials. Monday and Thursday night football. We are Fort Smith Authentic Mexican Restaurant. Yes, sir, we are. Fresh homemade flour tortillas. La Huertas. At Rogers and Garrison location. Eat until you hurt. In Fort Smith, La Huertas.
Harry Robinson Buick GMC has over 200 pre-owned vehicles to choose from luxury to economy and everything in between, including over 50 great vehicles with payments under $250 a month, certain to fit your needs and budget. And at Harry Robinson Buick GMC, you always get more for your trade. 50 vehicles with payments under $250 a month at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off I-540 in Fort Smith.
Hello, my name is Sean Brazel. I'm with the Fence Man and Quantum Property Services. I'm here to give you the brass tacks and hard facts of what encompassing all of your property needs are. We can help you with your real estate, your property management, your construction, and
your money. Hi, I'm Andy, Money Talks Knox. I'm here to talk to you about maximizing your return on your investment and also helping you get creative with your financing. Please, when you think of Quantum Property Services, Inc., give us a call at 479-434-6860. That's 479-434-6860. I'm Andy, Money Talks Knox.
brass tacks, hard facts.
Hi, I'm Hector here from La Huertas. We like everything hot. La Huertas, we're fresh, authentic Mexican food served every day. La Huertas has 4 locations in the Fort Smith area with daily happy hours and a margarita night. Check it out. We're open 7 days a week with draft beer specials. Monday and Thursday night football. We are Fort Smith Authentic Mexican Restaurant. Yes, sir, we are. Fresh homemade flour tortillas. La Huertas. At Rogers and Garrison location. Eat until you hurt. In Fort Smith, La Huertas.
Harry Robinson Buick GMC has over 200 pre-owned vehicles to choose from luxury to economy and everything in between, including over 50 great vehicles with payments under $250 a month, certain to fit your needs and budget. And at Harry Robinson Buick GMC, you always get more for your trade. 50 vehicles with payments under $250 a month at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off I-540 in Fort Smith.
7 years. I know. They're called doctors.
And Tommy Kraft.
Tommy likey. Tommy want wingy.
On the air and online at hitthatline.com.
Welcome back into the Morning Rush. Appreciate everybody listening in this morning. We want to tell everybody about this Branson Christmas trip giveaway that we have partnered with. It's a great event, Tommy.
Yeah, it starts today. You can go to hitthatline.com and register to win a awesome Christmas trip. We're going to give it away December the 10th for you and your family to go to Branson. Now, if you've been to Branson, if you've been down to the Landing, you know that nice Hilton Hotel. There's 2 of them down there, but the one in the Landing, we're going to put you up for 3 nights there. We got tickets to some Christmas shows, got some great meals. We got a full package that we're going to give you for the holidays, and we're going to give it away to you so that you can go this December. So this isn't something that you can do, a year from now or later on. You can see all the Christmas lights. We're going to send you to the Shepherd of the Hills and their drive-through Christmas light display. It'll be a great Christmas family getaway, but you can only register when you go to hitthatline.com. Just look there's several places on the website for you to enter. Just click on those spots. It says enter to win a Branson trip for Christmas. Enter there. All we need is your name, your email address, and your phone number, and you'll be entered. You can enter one time a day. You can enter every day, but one time a day. So go to hitthatline.com and register now for a great Branson trip giveaway. 3 nights at the Hilton, tickets to shows, Christmas lights. It'll be a glorious time. Go to Branson with hitthatline.com in the Morning Rush.
Let's go to the Cherokee Casino hotline. Have a few people that's been holding patiently. Joe is in Stuttgart. What's going on, Joe?
This is Michael in Stuttgart. Your call screener needs to get it together. I guess they fired him.
Already dropped. Thanks, Matty T. You that was quick on the trigger there to drop him. Did he tell you, Matty? Did he tell you, Joe, or did you just say Joe?
I couldn't make out what he was saying. He sounded like he had some in his mouth.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Matty T. Let's go back to the Cherokee Casino hotline. Derek,
we hung up on Michael?
Yeah, he didn't even hesitate.
Wow.
So Michael's done. He's got a lot to speak for, though, when his guarantees go. Let's go to Derek, who's in NWA. What's going on, Derek?
Hey, guys. How y'all doing?
Pretty good, man. How about you?
Pretty good. Just a couple thoughts and one question, I guess. Just sitting there thinking, it seems like we're in over our heads right now, just trying to find something to hold on to. And I think from an outsider's perspective, I got a couple buddies that are Alabama fans, went to the game with them this year. And, people could be looking at us. We've got in the last 8 years, we got a coach that we brought in that went to 3 straight Rose Bowls. I finished top 15 at Wisconsin. Guy after him we bring in, recruit the Heisman Trophy winner, is in the Texas High School Football Hall of Fame, assistant coach under Dabo Swinney. So my question is, if we don't get this hire right and we look up in 2 years and we're in the same position that we're in now, where do we go from there? I mean, I hope that doesn't happen, but realistically, where would the fingers start pointing from there? And I'll hang up and listen. Thank y'all.
No, appreciate the phone call, Derek. Yeah, that's where the scenario comes in, where fans have to look at the future and start trying to figure out, all right, if they don't get this right, because you felt like the Chad Morris hire you had to get right, and it didn't get right, and you see what's going on right now with the program. But it's important for a number of reasons, but if they don't get it right, I don't really want to think about what could be the consequences there. But you'll cross that bridge when you get there. But I will say, though, that it is important to get this right, too, because I think that it's a generational thing when it comes to Hog fans. I think that a father or a mother or parents, grandparents, whoever, they can only do so much and take you so far being raised as Razorback fans. Because let's be honest, you don't want to be a fan of something that's poor or something that's bad, or you don't want to keep going to games and have that passion for Razorback fandom if you keep going and it ends up being just a terrible product. So I guess the real concern here is that if you don't want to start losing fans, because I think it's a generational thing. If you look at just I know I can speak from my experience that growing up as a Razorback fan, what I had to look at was Razorback basketball in 1994 in a national championship. And even in football, the Houston Nutt years, which I like to crap on Houston Nutt a lot, but there were a lot of good times. There were a lot of great moments. There was a lot of competitiveness. There was big games. And, of course, heading into the Bobby Trino thing, you always felt like you were competitive and that you had a chance and that this could be the year. You felt that way, and you felt the excitement and going to games and being able to watch it. But if you continue to have this terrible product being put on the field, and now we've been seeing it for roughly 4 years now for sure. Some people would even say all of the Brett Bielema era, but there's no doubt that the past 6+ years have been pretty brutal. You can't have another 6 years of awfulness and expect the fans to stick around and still be passionate and still have a lot of faith in everybody. And that's why I think like this is so much more important and so much more pivotal than what even we can give it credit for. And now, saying all of that, you have to give Hunter Yurachek the benefit of the doubt as of right now. Because, again, we referenced the Musselman hire as a great hire. And we don't know who he's got in his back pocket. We don't know the connections that he's made. We don't even know, I know we can sit here and kind of speculate, but we don't even know truly the financial situation that Arkansas finds themselves in. I mean, how much money can they really spend on a coach, on assistants? How much money are they really going to end up paying in this buyout for Chad Morris? Are they actually still paying, or how long are they still going to be paying Brett Bielema? There's a lot of these moving parts that we don't really know or understand about the financial side of things. So that's going to factor into it as well. The whole point of all of it, though, is that you have to put your faith right now in Hunter Yurachek and the administration to make the right decision. And so far, since he's been athletic director, when he's had to be put in a position to where he's had to make a change and bring somebody in to change it up, he's done a pretty good job. And until he proves otherwise, you just got to put your faith in Hunter Yurachek.
Is your home in Arkansas at least 10 years old and served by OG&E? Well, they're offering a free weatherization program to increase your comfort and lower your bills. You may need that increased comfort in the next few days with these temperatures that are headed our way. Trained crew will do an energy audit at no cost to you. They'll come back and put in attic insulation, LED light bulbs, carbon monoxide and smoke detectors, and a whole lot more. And it's absolutely free to you if your home qualifies. Call 1-800-272-9741. That's 1-800-272-9741 for OG&E's free home weatherization program.
877-377-6963 is the number to call or text into the Cherokee Casino hotline. We'll have more of your phone calls and text messages and more of Clay Henry, publisher of Hogs Illustrated, coming up in the third hour of the Morning Rush. Stay with us.
Want to hear your fortune? Come closer. Look, a $200,000 top prize could be in your future. Ooh, what's that? More than 15,000 prizes of $100 or more? Just a moment.
It's not magic. It's the new Ultimate Fortune Scratch-Off ticket from the Arkansas Scholarship Lottery. Fortune favors those who play, so get your ticket now. This is winning. Call 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
Thank you, River Valley, for the 4th consecutive year. You voted Crabtree and Alma the best place to buy an RV. To show our appreciation, we are beginning our Christmas Cash Day sale early. From now through New Year's Eve, you can choose sales tax paid or $1,000 in Christmas cash on the purchase of any RV from Crabtree. And we'll still give you the most for your trade. The best deals of the year are happening now at Crabtree RV in Alma, where your family's dreams come true.
I'm Frank Mir, former UFC heavyweight champion. My career in the UFC was tough on my body. I was considering stem cell therapy, but now, thanks to water-soluble CBD from CBD American Shaman, my life is so much better. CBD American Shaman has a water-soluble product made with nanotechnology. The nanotech allows CBD oil to mix directly into the water in a cloud when other CBD oil would just float on the top of the water. American Shaman doesn't make claims. Their customers do. CBD American Shaman, a CBD like no other.
World-class trout fishing is the star of the show at Gaston's White River Resort, where a few days away from all the worries and stress will make all right in your world. Gaston's has friendly, experienced guides to help you land your limit. Enjoy your stay at Gaston's in one of their private cottages or reserve a lodge for up to 20 people. Call now and let Gaston's help you plan your next getaway on the White River. 870-431-5202. That's 870-431-5202. Or learn more at Gastons.com. Gaston's, a first-class time every
it's time
time.
to plan the Christmas party for your business or family, and the place to make it a special and memorable time is at Doe's Eat Place in Fort Smith. Award-winning steaks and atmosphere, along with the largest wine selection in the River Valley, await your memorable evening. If you're thinking about what to get that hard-to-impress boss or family member, gift certificates from Doe's are sure to impress and bring a smile to their face. Don't delay making your reservations. Call Doe's Eat Place at 784-9111. That's 784-9111. Doe's Eat Place, 422 3rd Street. Open 5 till 9 Monday through Thursday and 5 till 10 Friday and Saturday.
If you have experience transporting frozen and refrigerated goods and want to be part of a trucking family with insurance and be home every week, you need to contact Brent Higgins Trucking. Since 1997, Brent Higgins Trucking in Mulberry has been proudly delivering to and from various areas of the United States, including but not limited to Oklahoma, Texas, Louisiana, and Mississippi. Brent Higgins Trucking, where you're a name, not a number. Contact them at 479-997-2366 or at BrentHigginsTrucking.com.
Is your home at least 10 years old and served by OG&E? OG&E is offering Arkansas customers a free weatherization program to increase your comfort and lower your bills. A trained crew will perform an energy audit at no cost to you, and if your home qualifies, our crews will install measures that will save you money. The services provided through this program are absolutely free to qualifying homes. If you could benefit from free home weatherization improvements, call OG&E at 1-800-272-9741. That's 1-800-272-9741. Littleton's Paintless Dent Repair is your one-stop shop for all repairs. Paintless Dent Repair, door dings, unsightly dents, and hail damage repair, all repaired to like new conditions. With over 1 million repaired vehicles with satisfied customers, Michael Littleton is the expert in paintless repair. Littleton's Paintless Dent Repair, conveniently located 3 miles from the Arcoma exit off Highway 112. Or call 479-461-9764. Your number one Arkansas fan.
Hi folks, Larry Rath here for Rath Auto Resources. Fall is my favorite time of the year. Football, fine weather, and my chance to flip the lot. We're out to sell every single car in our Rath Road Ready inventory and flip the lot during our fall clearance. That's right, every vehicle must go. To make it happen, we're discounting our entire inventory with savings up to $4,300 below retail. Even our special purchase vehicles are included, like 2018 Hyundai Elantra SELs for only $13,991. If you're keeping the car you have, let us take care of it for you in our Meineke Car Care Center with buy 3, get 1 free on all tires and 50% off brake pads. Don't miss out on the savings. Help us flip the lot. Get the Rath Road Ready vehicle that's perfect for you and save up to $4,300 during the fall clearance at Arkansas's #1 rated and reviewed independent dealer, Rath Auto Resources, and the Meineke Car Care Center, 4515 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith, or online at rathauto.com.
Requires bank approval. Vehicle purchase price affects trade allowance.
Tired of all the broken promises and broken equipment at your current gym? The Fort Smith Athletic Club is the nicest and most well-equipped fitness and tennis club in the area, with a state-of-the-art fitness center, Pilates, fitness classes, personal and group training, and the best tennis facilities in the region. 7 outdoor courts, 5 indoor courts, plus pickleball and racquetball courts, and free child care is included. The Fort Smith Athletic Club. Call 452-4031 for membership information.
ESPN Arkansas weather.
Could be a messy go of it today with a chance of occasional rain across the north. Could see a little light snow or sleet mixing in. We're looking at also gusty winds. It could be anywhere from 15 to near 35 miles per hour. Temperatures falling into the upper 20s north, right around the mid-50s south. I'm Sally Russell with your forecast on ESPN Arkansas.
Weather is brought to you by Hertz Car Sales, 2810 Midland Boulevard in Fort Smith. You can call them today at 783-1722 or check them out online at buyfromhertz.com.
Radio station.
KERX, Paris, Fort Smith. From the Bush and Bushlight Studios, this is ESPN 95.3. Broadcasting live from the Toyota Studios, this is The Morning Rush.
The final on-campus game of the season does not go the way the Razorbacks' way. In fact, it was downright ugly today. Western Kentucky wins it 45-19.
Absolutely. I am the guy. There's no question. I knew that this was going to be a process of recruiting and developing and building, and especially in this conference.
Chad Morris.
Chad Morris has been fired at the University of Arkansas.
Here we go again.
With John Neighbors.
Every time you put a mic in my face, I'm going to say Arkansas.
And Tommy Kraft.
Tommy, he's a good kid too, but he's crazy. He's a cowboy. He's got too much to prove.
The Morning Rush starts right now.
2 hours down, 1 hour to go. Appreciate everybody listening in on this beautiful day here in the great state of Arkansas. John Neighbors, Tommy Kraft, Clay Henry, Matty T, all in studio with you today. And thank you as always for making us a part of your morning this morning on a Monday morning quarterback presented by Crabtree RV.
Yeah, they want to say thank you to everyone that voted them for the 4th consecutive year, the place to buy an RV. They want to show their appreciation by beginning their Christmas Cash Day sale early. Now through New Year's Eve, you can choose sales tax paid or $1,000 in Christmas cash on the purchase of any RV from Crabtree RV. And they'll still give you the most for your trade. It's all at Crabtree RV in Alma, exit 13 off of I-40. It's where your family's dreams come true. While we have a moment here, I want to say Happy Veterans Day. And
absolutely.
Salute our veterans. Certainly a moment we all should. I know we got a lot going on with a transition in our football program, but Veterans Day should certainly be something we stop and take a moment to say thank you for, because I'm sure all of us have a veteran in our family, near our family, someone that has served our country in some capacity in our military. And we want to say thank you to all you guys listening out there that have given of your time and your family's time to the military and to our country.
Absolutely, because like you said, we all got family members, we all got people we know that have served, and they give up the ultimate sacrifice to do that, and it has to be something that we probably don't remember enough, not just on Veterans Day itself, but just every single day to remember what they gave up. So happy Veterans Day to all you vets out there, and appreciate all you have done for this country 100%. Thank you so much for that. If you want to get on the conversation, be sure to call or text the Cherokee Casino hotline this morning, 877-377-6963. Let's go to the phone lines. Hollywood's been patiently holding. What's going on, Hollywood?
Let the church say amen. Let the church say amen. God has spoken. Let the church say amen. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's so good to talk to you guys again this morning.
It's good to talk with you. That was beautiful, Hollywood.
Thank you. Now, don't block me. Don't block me because I heard that comment. I said, okay. Because I was just being facetious, so I wasn't being for real. So if I go and follow you, please don't block me because all those coaching suggestions are not people that I would suggest anyway. But like you guys have said, you cannot afford to get it wrong, because if you do get it wrong this time, the fans may not ever come back. And so I'm really interested in hearing what Hunter would have to say. And I think it's really interesting that the young that the acting athletic director at the time that hired Chad Morris, so to speak, left shortly after that. I just think that's really interesting. And I just kind of find it hard to believe that at that particular time, that's the best you could do.
Yeah. Well,
that's the best you could do.
Yeah. Well, and here's the thing, Hollywood, is that at that time, it was very unclear who exactly was the ones that were pulling the trigger on the whole hiring process of Chad Morris. Some people say that it was actually JCP, or Julie Cromer Peoples, the acting athletic director. Some people said it was more of the board of trustees that were acting. Some said that even that Hunter Yurachek had a huge say in it because he was recently hired. Everyone's got a lot of different opinions on it. But there's no doubt that you're going to look back on it, and as I said earlier in the show, is that Chad Morris was the worst hire in Razorback football history.
Yeah.
And it's going to be, if you're hoping as a Razorback fan, though, that it's kind of like the John L. Smith year, where it just happens so fast that it's easy to forget. And that's what you're hoping for. Maybe easier said than done, especially right now, but that's what you're hoping for.
And this is what I will also say, and then I'll go.
Okay.
What I'm also hoping for with this situation is they need to bring in some of the student athletes, or even allow or help, because ultimately what's going to have to happen, whoever they bring in, they're going to have to. The players are going to have to pay for this person.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's only fair to have them involved in some way, form or another with the coaching hire. Because to me, that's going to keep them engaged as well. It's like, well, we have ownership in this now, because this is who we're gonna play for, and that's gonna breed some type of excitement.
Yeah.
Now that's just my idea.
Mm-hmm.
Now I don't know. I'm a little bit different than everybody else, because my thing is this: if you bring everybody to the table, then you don't have to go back for seconds or thirds, because everybody's gonna get the same thing.
Yeah.
So that's all I get. That's all I have with that. It's always good talking to y'all. I look forward to talking to you guys some more. I think what you guys do is absolutely incredible. And I want to say this: anybody that's listening, these guys know what the fuck they.
Jeez, Hollywood, we loved you until the very end. Good grief. Sorry about that, folks. Let's continue on to the Cherokee Casino Hotline. Ben is in Fayetteville. What's going on, Ben?
Hey, good morning, guys. I'm a veteran. Thanks for recognizing this Veterans Day is big to all of us around here. We got a big community. I really think I think Hollywood might be a little wrong wanting to get players involved in hiring the coaches. Last year, Taco Bell was voted the #1 Mexican restaurant in America. So I don't think you can really listen to all the people whenever they try to voice their opinion. I think this is Yurichek's. This is Yurichek's game to play. It looks like that he made a good hire in Musselman. I mean, only time will tell, but the guy came in, he's engaged, he's hit the ground running, he's marking all the spots, he's enthused the people. I think, looking at it, Yurichek's 1-0 right now, and I think if we put some faith in him, maybe we can find another good hire. I don't know if some of the big names will be that attractive to what's going on here. I mean, it's kind of a dumpster fire right now. Hopefully we can put it out with all this rain that's happening and get a good coach in here. But love the show. I'm enthusiastic about who they're getting or the prospects of who they could hire. And wish everyone the best. Happy Veterans Day.
Well,
thank you.
Appreciate it, Ben. Appreciate that, man. And I'll agree with you as well. I understand the sentiment that you want to have of trying to get, who's these players that are currently on campus, who are they going to play for? You get that, but you really don't want to put in casting all your eggs in one basket of saying, all right, well, these kids are only going to be around for 2-3 years, a lot of them. Do you really want to base who you hire on who they want? I just don't think you can go about it and making your decision that way.
Clay, I'm not. Hunter Yurichek met with the team last night. Barry Lunney was there from all accounts. From what has filtered out, it was an emotional moment as they gave him a standing ovation, and the team seemed to be overjoyed that Barry Lunney would be the coach for the interim. But I don't think Hunter Yurichek, while he may listen, can take that into a heavy account as to the direction he needs to go.
No, that's probably not going to happen, and I think Barry would tell you that. I'm sure he'd want to be a head coach, but hopefully, he'll be a coordinator soon, and that might be the track to do that. I always have thought that Tim Horton would make a very good head coach, but didn't have a track record as a coordinator, and I think that you've seen him, try to get involved with jobs, and that's the question that it's always been asked. I'm not saying Tim Horton's a candidate here. I'm just saying that's the track that athletic directors, they want to see that you've at least run one side of the ball before they give you the keys to the, to the whole deal. If you want to say, the key players on this team are all 18, 19-year-olds, freshmen and sophomore, the future. You're losing Scooter Harris, McTelvin Agim. There's some other seniors that are going. I don't think you bring players in and you ask them who do you want to be the head coach. I mean, that's not going to happen. And I have seen in the past where you have a large committee and you might have a student own it, but it generally has not turned out real well. I don't like the committees is what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah, absolutely.
You hire an athletic director that you think is capable of hiring coaches. And if you do not think he can do that, then you hired the wrong athletic director.
And I don't think we're going to see a committee here. We saw an athletic director hire a basketball coach, and everyone seems to be satisfied with the process he went through there. And I think we're going to let Hunter Yurachek do his job here as well. Hey, if you need help with pain management, stress, maintaining focus, or many other issues, you need CBD American Shaman products. Their CBD oil is derived from all-natural, high-quality industrial hemp. It's 100% organic, gluten-free, and non-GMO. Hey, if you are looking for the standard, the highest quality, the best on the market today, this is the stuff. It's 9 times more bioavailable, and you will find it at CBD American Shaman. 3 different locations, Fort Smith, Fayetteville, and in Rogers, or all the details are online at cbdamericanshaman.com.
Let's go back to the Cherokee Casino hotline. Leonard is calling from Van Buren. What's going on, Leonard?
Oh, not much, guys. Hey, we like you said, we got it wrong. I just want to make a couple of points. Arkansas, we missed our dominancy twice. The first one when they let Malzahn get out of there when he was offensive coordinator. Never should let it go. He had the charisma, and people the players respected him. All statewide, we let him go. Hey, that's water under the bridge. It's just done. It's over with. And then the last one we got in there was Petrino. Petrino made a mistake. Everybody makes mistakes. I'm not condoning what he did. I think it was wrong, but you should have suspended that man, and you should have seen how he worked over those next 2 weeks on trying to, come into his family, coming to the university. What did he do to try to get himself right? We never gave him that chance. Never gave him that chance. I understand he lied. He did this here. Well, you lied too. You're scared. He was scared. But I think we missed it on that there. And like I said, Broyles, great man, did a lot of things up there. But did he make mistakes? Yes, he made some major mistakes. But he always had the chance to go back and get them right. So we missed it on both of those two. But that's what it's going to take. It's going to take somebody like a Malzahn or Petrino that knows how to motivate, knows a talented coach when he sees one that can come in and do the offense and the defense. And we just ain't had that. If you ask me, you can't afford to lose. You can't afford to miss. Hey, that man's done everything he knows to do to get his life in order, to get his family in order. If you're not wanting to gamble, you better go back and get Petrino. You better get him back out here. Let him come back and amend the mistakes that he's been trying to do the whole time and fix it and move on. Most people are going to say, no. Well, I tell you what, if you go back and you look in your own bag, closet, or whatever, there's a lot of us out there got things that we need to fix and we need to continue fixing.
Yeah. Well,
I'm going to hang up and let you go ahead and come in on that.
All right. Well, appreciate your phone call, Leonard. I will say, though, that the reasons I don't want Petrino back, and I think like a lot of people don't want Petrino back, has nothing to do with necessarily his baggage or his skeletons. It's just the fact that, listen, his last stint at Louisville, it was awful.
Yeah.
I mean,
his second go-around at Louisville didn't end well.
Yeah, I know he started
off the field, on the field.
Yeah, I mean, they went over in the ACC, only had 2 wins in his final year, so that's more of my beef with that. But when you're talking about Arkansas, and I think that this is it's not news and it's not anything that's completely a surprise to anybody, but Arkansas has had a knack, let's just be honest, of letting coaches get away when it comes to football. If you think about how many coaches from the state of Arkansas
Arkansas
ties have gone on to succeed at an extremely high level. I mean, it's incredible. In fact, you could probably say that if you looked at a state that's produced the best head coaches in football, you'd probably point to Arkansas. Yeah. And a lot of them just never ended up at Arkansas. So it's just you never want them to get away, but At the same time, though, I don't know if you're in a position right now to be looking around the league and say, oh, yeah, just bring Gus Malzahn, and he's still got a job at Auburn.
Yeah.
So who knows how that's going to play out.
Clay, you could go way back to when Frank chose Lou Holtz over Jimmy Johnson. Aaron's pointed that out to us on our Facebook Live. You know, there have been moments where you went one way or the other with a coaching hire, and you wonder what might have been when hindsight becomes 20/20.
Well, he actually didn't pick Jimmy twice when he had the chance.
Correct.
I mean, he picked Ken Hatfield over Jimmy Johnson when Jimmy wanted the job. So once he could have elevated Jimmy from his defensive coordinator position to head coach, and then a second time he could have brought Jimmy from Oklahoma State. So whatever. And it's and you can't really argue with Ken Hatfield. He's the winningest coach in school history. So he won Southwest Conference championships. He didn't win the ultimate prize, which is the Cotton Bowl, but he got there, which other coaches, they didn't win championships. So yeah. I'm not going to fault Frank for not hiring Jimmy. And he was not as successful at Oklahoma State as Kenny was at Arkansas, as far as, a similar job that you would think is recruiting similar athletes and competing in a similar situation. He was at Miami, but that's a different animal. And I think there's no doubt he's a great coach. And I covered him at Oklahoma State. But as far as Petrino, I go back to the thing that I said earlier, the key thing when you're picking a coach at Arkansas right now, ability to hire staff. I don't think Petrino can do that right now. I think that was ultimately what got him in trouble at Louisville. His coaches did not want to work for him. If you'll go back and look at the staff that he had at the end, even some of the people that were close to him did not want to be with him anymore. Being able to hire a defensive coach, that was really tough for him at the end. Even when he, paid a lot of money, they didn't want to work there. And the ability to recruit. And, the talent had really fallen at Louisville. So, the ability to coach, recruit, hire staff, I don't think he's the guy that you want at Arkansas right now. And he's a different coach now than he was there. I mean, there is baggage. There are issues. And, I do respect that he came back to the state and apologized. And I don't think he did that with hopes that he was going to be the Arkansas coach. I just think he felt like he needed to do it. And didn't take any pay for it. I applaud that. So, anyway, that's my 2 cents on Petrino, and I think y'all have already addressed that as well.
Have you checked your mortgage rate lately? A lot of times people go to closing, they get their mortgage done and their home loan secured, and that's the last time they think about it. Your friends at Arvest Bank would love to review your current loan, and with Arvest's current very competitive low interest rates on home mortgages, you might find that you can lower your monthly payment, shorten the terms of your loan, or do both. And Arvest services 99% of the loans that they originate, so most of the time you can deal with someone in a local Arvest branch that's near you and convenient for you. Hey, give Randy a call at Arvest. Let's get the process started. 479-573-1127. Mortgage rates are in the 3% range or under 4 in a lot of cases, so call and find out how much you could lower your interest rate and your payments right now. 479-573-1127 or download the Home For Me app to your mobile device and search for Fort Smith or Arkansas Home Loan near you with an Arvest loan officer. Arvest Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Let's go to the Cherokee Casino hotline. Daniel is in Paris. What's going on, Daniel?
Hey, good morning, guys. I just wanted to call in a little bit about the coaching thing that's going to start heating up. I hope Yurachek will use some just common sense when he looks at one name that'll be brought up a lot. And that's Gus Malzahn. Okay, we went after him, reported last time, and Auburn made him a top 5 paid coach. How did he reward him after that? Well, he just beaten Georgia and Alabama. He decides he's going to lose by about 20-30 to Georgia in the SEC title game. Then he goes and gets spanked by UCF on national TV. He's won 8, at least lost 4 games since 2014 every year. Now, some people might say that'd be great for Arkansas, but you got to remember he's in a top recruiting mecca of the country. He's right by Tuscaloosa, Athens, He's 0-10 in his career there at Baton Rouge, Tuscaloosa, and Athens. Over. Now, if he can win, if he averages 8 wins there, what's he going to do at Arkansas? I would say he's had top 10 talent every year. I would say if we had that defense he had this year, we would have started the year with Chad Morris as coach. 6-0, 4 cups. We had 3 cupcakes in Mississippi School and A&M, which we should have beaten Kentucky anyway. So I hope they'll look at that. I know he's a hot name and he's a great guy. I think Chad Morris is probably a great guy, and John Pelfrey and some of those names. I just don't think he will be the answer. We got to nationally recruit. We got to get a name out there. You know, I mean, people can critique anyone. I just want them to look at that. Maybe a Joe Brady. Every time I turn on ESPN, I know he's never been a head coach, but you hear that name all the time. He's an offensive guru. You might say, well, this guy was supposed to be an offensive guru, but I mean, Matt Campbell, Lane Kiffin, if he brought in Kendall Briles, that would be a Texas connection with Briles as well. I think there's lots of guys you can look at out there. I don't think we got to be stuck on Malzahn because we'd probably get in a contract that would tie us up forever. And, I mean, I think we just had a poor man's Malzahn just right now. So
yeah,
I'm hoping that common sense will prevail and we'll look at some of these records and say, you know, we'll end up maybe beating a big team every now and then, but it'll be when we don't have any chance to compete like what happened a lot of years when we had Houston Nutt. So I'll just hang up and listen. Thanks for the call.
Well, appreciate the phone call, Daniel. You know, I get what you're saying about Malzahn, and listen, I don't think he's going to be choice number 1. I think that
even though ESPN put that out like
which is
minutes
strange.
after the announcement.
Yeah, it was just strange. I don't think he's going to be option number 1. However, would he be the worst option? No. And maybe after the 4 or 5 guys tell you no, maybe you'll take a look at him if he's actually interested. I'm not saying they need to go after Malzahn. I am saying, though, you could do a lot worse than Gus Malzahn.
Oh, absolutely.
That's what I'm saying. 877-377-6963 is the number to call or text into the Cherokee Casino hotline. We'll have your SEC update coming up next on the other side.
Hey, still time to lock in your price for 2 years when you call WOW now at 877-305-DISH. That's 877-305-3474. A 2-year price guarantee with DISH. $200 Visa gift card. Plus, you get local installation from a local crew with World of Wireless, and you get whole home DVR, HD in every room. Movie channels free for the first 90 days. Multi-channel sports pack of the Red Zone channels free for the rest of the NFL season. Why would you not make the move? Save money and lock in your price for 2 years with World of Wireless. 877-305-DISH.
Hello, my name is Sean Brazel. I'm with the Fence Man and Quantum Property Services. I'm here to give you the brass tacks and hard facts of what encompassing all of your property needs are. We can help you with your real estate, your property management, your construction, and
your money. Hi, I'm Andy, Money Talks Knox. I'm here to talk to you about maximizing your return on your investment and also helping you get creative with your financing. Please, when you think of Quantum Property Services, Inc., give us a call at 479-434-6860. That's 479-434-6860. I'm Andy, Money Talks Knox.
brass tacks, hard facts.
Hi, I'm Hector here from La Huertas. We like everything hot. La Huertas, we're fresh, authentic Mexican food served every day. La Huertas has 4 locations in the Fort Smith area with daily happy hours and a margarita night. Check it out. We're open 7 days a week with draft beer specials. Monday and Thursday night football. We are Fort Smith Authentic Mexican Restaurant. Yes, sir, we are. Fresh, homemade flour tortillas. La Huertas. At Rogers and Garrison location. Eat until you hurt. In Fort Smith, La Huertas.
Harry Robinson Buick GMC has over 200 pre-owned vehicles to choose from luxury to economy and everything in between, including over 50 great vehicles with payments under $250 a month, certain to fit your needs and budget. And at Harry Robinson Buick GMC, you always get more for your trade. 50 vehicles with payments under $250 a month at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off I-540 in Fort Smith.
Hello, my name is Sean Brazel. I'm with the Fence Man and Quantum Property Services. I'm here to give you the brass tacks and hard facts of what encompassing all of your property needs are. We can help you with your real estate, your property management, your construction, and
your money. Hi, I'm Andy, Money Talks Knox. I'm here to talk to you about maximizing your return on your investment and also helping you get creative with your financing. Please, when you think of Quantum Property Services, Inc., give us a call at 479-434-6860. That's 479-434-6860. I'm Andy, Money Talks Knox.
brass tacks, hard facts.
Hi, I'm Hector here from La Huertas. We like everything hot. La Huertas, we're fresh, authentic Mexican food served every day. La Huertas has 4 locations in the Fort Smith area with daily happy hours and a margarita night. Check it out. We're open 7 days a week with draft beer specials. Monday and Thursday night football. We are Fort Smith Authentic Mexican Restaurant. Yes, sir, we are. Fresh, homemade flour tortillas. La Huertas. At Rogers and Garrison location. Eat until you hurt. In Fort Smith, La Huertas.
Harry Robinson Buick GMC has over 200 pre-owned vehicles to choose from luxury to economy and everything in between, including over 50 great vehicles with payments under $250 a month, certain to fit your needs and budget. And at Harry Robinson Buick GMC, you always get more for your trade. 50 vehicles with payments under $250 a month at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off I-540 in Fort Smith.
It's the Morning Rush.
If you put your effort and concentration into playing to your potential, to be the best that you can be, I don't care what the scoreboard says at the end of the game, in my book, we're going to be winners, okay?
On the radio and streaming worldwide at hitthatline.com.
Welcome back into the Morning Rush. I'm going to tell you about Sassy's, folks. You better get ready for it because it's always going to make me hungry, and I bet you it does for you, too. I went there over the weekend when I was up in Fayetteville. I tried the catfish, Tommy. I tried the catfish. It was exquisite. Nick Mason was right. It is the best catfish.
Spell exquisite.
It's got an E in there somewhere. I'll go as far as that. But it was amazing. It was absolutely incredible. And it's I just keep adding to the list of their menu items that I have yet to have anything that wasn't outstanding. Yeah. So catfish gets added to the list. And what's great about Sassy's is that tonight they're actually going to be having the Eric Musselman show going on tonight at Sassy's as well. So for those of you who are excited about basketball, which there's a lot of reasons to be, there's a game tomorrow night, of course. Those of you who want to check out Eric Musselman and being able to get some great food and being in a great atmosphere to check it out, too. That's what Sassy's is there for.
Yeah, so Eric Musselman tonight at Sassy's, and then they play tomorrow night. So you can go to the game, then go to Sassy's, get you a bite to eat before the game.
Yeah. I will say, though, and I don't know if they're going to work on this, but, they got to find some clever name for Eric Musselman's show. I think it's just called Eric Musselman Live right now, which is fine.
Yeah, well.
It's fine. I'm not saying I got to get creative or anything. I was just saying that it's –
On the Air with Chad Morris is now available. So.
Yeah, that's open. That's open. I had to take out those imaging that we've had on our radio station for those things, too. So, those are available, though, if they want to use it. So head over to Sassy's, folks. Great food, great atmosphere, great service, great everything with their 2 locations in Fayetteville off of College and off of Weddington. Do we go to the phone lines? I think we have to.
I think we have to call an audible here.
That's right. We have a few people calling in.
Check with me. We got to go to the line of scrimmage for a new signal here.
Cherokee Casino Hotline. Gary is in Arkadelphia. What's going on, Gary?
Good morning, guys. Good morning. Hey, it's finally a great day to be a Razorback. You feel like there's life left in this program now. So it's been hanging on life support, and maybe we can get to take it off life support here and get to moving forward. A couple questions. Are y'all going to have the press conference on your airwaves today?
I believe that we are planning on at around noon, yes, to have the live press conference with Hunter Yurchek and Barry Lunny, yes.
Oh, okay, good deal. All right, next thing, all you yahoos calling in talking about Gus. Okay, y'all need to wake up. Gus played the U of A 2 years ago, get a big contract out of Auburn. Okay, and it really blows my mind, the national media, how many of them don't have a clue. Gus has a $27 million buyout. It goes down to 22 at the first of the year. Okay, Arkansas's got to play, trying to get out of paying Blockhead his money. You got to pay Chad Morris his money. All right, and you really think the U of A has got $27 million to give to Auburn so we can get their coach? You got to be freaking crazy. Okay. So let's stop the Gus bus talk. We don't want Gus. All right, Gus has had 2 or 3 opportunities, and he's played us every time. So no Gus, okay? So, but here's what I want to bring up, and people bring up Norvell. Norvell's in his 4th year as a head coach, okay? We just got rid of a coach that had, 3 years head coaching experience at SMU, correct? Or did he have 4?
He had 3 years.
3 years. He was still learning on the job. We got to go out here and find a coach, number one, that's been head coach several years, that's got some Power 5 experience. Going out and hiring these guys that's coaching at SMU and Louisiana and Appalachian State, nothing against Drinkwitz from Arkansas, but he's in his first year as a head coach. I don't want to go there, okay? We got to get out here and find somebody that's got some experience, knows how to, number one, put a daggum staff together, knows how to manage his staff, knows how to manage his players. All right, there was a disconnect with his coaching staff and the players. I think they halfway quit before the season started when Ben Hicks was named the starting quarterback. And they threw in the towel after the Kentucky game because they're tired of being told the same thing to do every week. You know, you can only beat your head against the wall so many times and nothing happens till you finally just knock yourself out and say the hell with it. And that's what happened with this football team. My guys, nobody's going to bring – I heard a guy bring him up a while ago. Matt Campbell at Iowa State. He was at Toledo for 6 years, went 35-15. He was the head coach that beat Brett Bielema at Little Rock.
Mm-hmm.
He's in his 4th year at a Power 5 school in Iowa State. He went 3-9 year one. He's gone 8-5 the last 2 years. Has a chance to win 8 or 9 games this year. Okay, so he knows how to put a. He's got things rolling there, and I think Clay will agree with this. 8 wins at Iowa State is probably the ceiling for that program. Okay, but the thing that stood out to me, and I was watching the ball game Saturday night against Oklahoma State. They brought this up. The last 34 games that Iowa State has played, the games they've lost by less than 14 points in the last 30. So that tells you his teams are coached well, prepared well, they show up and they play for 4 quarters. And that's what we got to have. We got to have somebody that can come in here and get a team coached, prepared, ready to play, and play for 4 quarters. And he may not be the man, but we got to have somebody that's got some Power 5 experience. Yeah, guys, I don't care if they want to pick up the phone, call Kansas and get Les Miles. I'd be tickled to death with Les Miles. Okay, as goofy as he is, but we got to have somebody who can come in here, number one, and get these players back believing that they can win and put a program together and a philosophy together that they'll buy into, and we'll come out and play for 4 quarters. I'm tired for the last 4 years not been, Brett Boone's team were great for the first half. Second half, they, never showed up. And so I'm tired of seeing teams not play for 4 quarters. So I don't know who we're going to get, but going out here getting another coach from that's got 3 or 4 years coaching experience or less at a non-Power 5 school, I don't think it's going to cut it. And we've probably been better off 2 years ago if we made Barry Lunny our head coach 2 years ago. We probably have this thing headed in the right direction. Unfortunately, because of Chad Morris, we can't take the chance now on Barry Lunny. So, and position coaches, Dabo Swing was a receiver coach. I don't think you can argue about what he's done. You don't have to be a coordinator. You don't have to be this or that to be a head coach. If you understand football and know how to put things together, motivate people, motivate the staff, get everybody working together, you can get it all going in the right direction. Anyway, guys, that's all I got.
Well, appreciate the phone call. It's always good to hear from you, Gary. And, as far as your thoughts on Matt Campbell, hey, listen, a lot of people would sign up for him. I'm sure the 100-yard checks, they've got a list, and they're going to talk to people, and that's what the coming weeks is going to make for being very interesting here.
Sure. Hunter's listening now, right?
He is.
Yeah, I mean, the Matt Campbell deal would be a blockbuster.
Oh, yeah.
No question. It would also be a blockbuster financially. And he's got a substantial buyout at Iowa State. They love him. They've locked him up. And I don't know how much money the Razorback Foundation has right now. I do not know, but it would require a lot more than I think they have to hire Matt Campbell.
Yeah, I do too. He's only 39 years old.
When you say I'm going to hire a coach with Power 5 experience, then the situation is really tough because those are the guys that have really impressive buyouts.
Yeah, that's where the money gets really crazy there.
And listen, Gus's buyout, if Auburn does not win against Georgia and Bama, they may be willing to negotiate some of that, like all of it.
They may pay the buyout for you
exactly.
if that ends up being the case. So we got
you never know. Auburn's always been crazy with how they deal with head coaches.
Oh, yeah, so there's no question. We got one final segment to get into, folks, on the Morning Rush. We'll try to clean up your phone calls and text messages on the other side of the break, where we are brought to you by
The Paint Store. Plus, we owe you an SEC update. So
that's coming up.
We're going to do that, too, on the other side of the break, brought to you by Ozark Sportsman Supply. Hey, if you're looking for that perfect gift to give someone this year, how about a room makeover from the Paint Store in Van Buren? They have packages for kitchens, bathrooms, living rooms, whatever you need to make that perfect home again. Gift certificates can be customized to give your wife or a family member or a great friend a super surprise with a gift of a room makeover this year from the Paint Store in Van Buren. Plus, they have great contractors on file, reliable contractors they can recommend to do the work as well. It's all at the Paint Store in Van Buren, 1414 Fayetteville Road, for your room makeover gift certificates.
More of the Morning Rush and your phone calls and text messages coming up next.
Monday Morning Quarterback presented by Crabtree RV in Alma. Exit 13 off I-40.
Make a hot spring spa part of your day-to-day routine now. Burton Pools and Spas, your local hot springs dealer, is having an instant rebate event where you get $1,000 instant rebates with the purchase of select hot springs models. Burton Pools and Spas is at 6121 Zero Street in Fort Smith and 725 South 48th in Springdale. Stop in Burton Pools and Spas or find out more online at burtonpools.com. The hot tub rebate event is going on now at Burton Pools and Spas, your local hot springs dealer. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Want to hear your fortune? Come closer. Look, a $200,000 top prize could be in your future. Ooh, what's that? More than 15,000 prizes of $100 or more? Just a moment.
It's not magic. It's the new Ultimate Fortune Scratch-Off ticket from the Arkansas Scholarship Lottery. Fortune favors those who play, so get your ticket now. This is winning. Call 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
Your fence is more than a decoration. It's a reflection of its owner. Choosing a fence company should be done with integrity and quality in mind. The Fence Man has been providing fencing and security solutions for over 40 years. An in-house custom iron and gate department, plus an access control department. The Fence Man offers services other companies aren't equipped to do. The Fence Man, fencing and security solutions to protect what matters most. 479-782-3936 or online at thefencemancompany.com, a division of Quantum Property Services.
The Morning Rush is brought to you by Supercuts, who supports local teams. Supercuts, we're super into the movement.
Full-time farmers, hobby farmers, and landowners, your time is important. Make the most out of that time with a brand new Branson tractor from Bush Machine & Tractor in Fort Smith. With tractors from 19 to 105 horsepower, we have a tractor that will fit your needs. Ask Bush Machine & Tractor about their special financing options and free loader rebates. Bush Machine & Tractor in Fort Smith is Arkansas's #1 Branson dealer. Check their inventory at bushtractor.com.
This is Mark Hurst. Late fall and early winter are my favorite times of the year. High school football playoffs, time spent with my sons at deer camping in the duck blind, and the holiday season begins. November and December are also great times to take advantage of any remaining dental insurance benefits before the first of the year. Give us a call today at 474-1972 and let us help you maximize your remaining insurance benefits. Or if you don't have dental insurance, ask about our dental discount plan. Hurst Family Dental Care, a name you know and a name you can trust.
Your #1 Arkansas fans, Auto Owners Insurance and Jerry Roller Insurance is a winning combination. We'll work with you to ensure your home, auto, business, and life to keep everything you value safe, sound, and secure. Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people. Call Jerry Roller Insurance today at 479-785-5555 or visit their website at jerryroller.com. Again, that's 479-785-5555 or visit their website at jerryroller.com.
Joe's Grill and Cantina is the only place to watch the Hogs. Watch every game at Joe's. Enjoy half-price apps and taps during the game. And with TVs all around the restaurant, you'll have a front row seat. Half-price appetizers like brisket nachos, Mexican pizza, 10-layer dip, or Joe's humongous sampler platter. All half price. And all beers on tap are half price. Watch every Hog game at Joe's. Half-price apps and taps during every Hog game at Joe's Grill and Cantina. 3400 South 74th Street across from Harps.
Arkansas Valley Electric Cooperative is excited to introduce Wave Rural Connect. They're bringing state-of-the-art high-speed fiber internet plus TV and phone services right into the homes of all members. If you're an Arkansas Valley Electric Cooperative member, go to waveruralconnect.com to sign up. That's waveruralconnect.com or call 1-833-4WAVE-RC. Arkansas Valley Electric Cooperative and Wave Rural Connect, changing the communities we serve.
Are you looking for a new place to call home? Whether you're looking for an apartment, duplex, townhome, or a house, Trinity Multifamily has you covered. They even have options in surrounding states, from Texas to Michigan and Kansas to Tennessee. If you're looking for a new place to call home, make Trinity Multifamily your first call at 479-452-1817. That's 479-452-1817. Or online at trinitymultifamily.com to search rental properties near you.
Spring is in the air. Not in the house, Dalton. Okay, AJ. Aw, snap, I told you not in the house. Red Kool-Aid all over the white carpet. Mom and Dad are gonna... It's okay, AJ. I can't believe it. We're so in trouble. I told you so.
Thank you for calling Service Master Clean. This is Tanya. How can I help you?
Tanya, it's Dalton. For the clean you expect and the service you deserve. Think Service Master Clean. Visit us online at smcleanonline.com.
Got a mystery stain on the carpet and the kids insist they don't know what it is? Or you're just ready to give the house a good spring cleaning? Call Service Master Clean at 646-4087. Call today for spring specials.
Service Master Clean. For the clean you expect and the service you deserve. It's okay, AJ.
ESPN 95.3. The Morning Rush with John Neighbors and Tommy Kraft.
Being perfect is about being able to look your friends in the eye and know that you didn't let them down.
Streaming live on Facebook, Periscope, and YouTube. And follow us on Twitter at HitThatLineAR.
Final segment here on the Morning Rush on this Monday morning quarterback presented by Crabtree RV.
Hey, they want to say thank you for voting them for the 4th consecutive year as the place to buy an RV. And Crabtree RV in Alma is holding the Christmas cash sales days early. Your chance to get your sales tax paid now through the end of the year, or $1,000 in Christmas cash on the purchase of any RV from Crabtree RV in Alma. The best deals of the year start now at Crabtree RV in Alma, where your family's dreams come true.
Got a few people that have been texting into our Cherokee Casino hotline as well as calling in to the Cherokee Casino hotline. 877-377-6963 is that number. Let's try to power through a few of these. JD is in Cave Springs. What's going on, JD?
Hey, good morning. I hope everyone's having a fine Arkansas Razorback morning. And salute all to the veterans.
Absolutely.
And just want to spit out real quick, what about Sickles from the Cincinnati Bears? And what a mess I feel that the trustees and people's made from this whole unfortunate mess. So that's what I want to say, and thanks for taking my call.
Well, I appreciate the phone call, JD. You know, because here's the thing. There's going to be so many names that are going to get thrown around here in the coming weeks that we probably won't even be able to keep up with them. I mean, honestly, because people are just going to say, oh, well, what name hasn't been mentioned? Well, I want that guy. I mean, we'll know what the process is.
That's the fun part.
Yes, exactly.
Well, whoever you hire, whoever the man that they introduce is – in 3 weeks, 4 weeks, whatever, first part of December would be my guess. Whenever that time comes, they better understand line of scrimmage play. And I tweeted this earlier, and I believe this. I'm very, very convicted about this. Who they hire as O-line coach will be as important as offensive or defensive coordinator. So they've got to recruit. They got to, as Clay pointed out earlier, retain, and they've got to develop offensive and defensive linemen. But it's going to be a process of rebuilding the line of scrimmage. But believing in the importance of line of scrimmage play in this league is paramount to the success of any future head coach here.
Yeah, the new coach, first of all, he's got to recruit the current team. And that's why I say retention is so important. I mean, there's been so much turnover in players that you've got to keep these guys and get them on board. And relationship building with this group of players is important. There is some talent here. It's young talent. They're going to be sophomores and juniors next year. So it's, part of the growing pains, are a little bit past us, with the next 2 games. You'll have a spring and a summer to develop these guys. I'm talking about, another year in the weight room. And in some ways, bringing in a new strength staff is good because that's the hard part in motivation, is always giving them something new. You have to stir the pot every once in a while and just give them new things. Anyway, I think that what you said is right, Tommy. Line play, not just offensive line, but defensive line.
Sure.
And those 2 coaching hires will be so important. And but philosophy to practice hard and to tackle and thud and hit and practice. And, one of the things that I've heard just lately, you didn't hear it, everything kind of stayed in-house, but just lately I heard that, their practices were a lot of, 7-on-7 stuff basically. And when you see lack of tackling, I think that frustrated the defensive staff. And, again, that's a systematic thing, that you don't want your playmakers touched. And, if you're thin there, I understand it. But at some point you have to have contact in practice.
Let's go ahead and jump right into your SEC update here on the Morning Rush.
Somebody said we've got SEC bias. Deal with it. They're the best.
In the SEC, it just means more.
I know one thing, the SEC just got a little tougher.
This is your SEC update on the Morning Rush.
All right, and it's time for your SEC update presented by Ozark Outpost Casual Clothing and Footwear.
Hey, everything you're looking for family and friends this Christmas season, you will be able to find at the Ozarks. Ozark Outpost Casual Clothing and Footwear and Ozark Sportsman Supply. Great firearm brands like Benelli, Glock, Smith & Wesson, Wilson Combat, Nighthawk, Gun Crafters, Daniel Defense, and many, many more. Great clothing and footwear brands like Drake, Carhartt, Columbia, Boutique brands, Blowfish, New Balance, Twisted X, Ariat, and a lot more there. So if you're looking to get your Christmas shopping started now, you need to head to the Ozarks. You will not find a better place to shop for anything and everything for your family and for yourself. So stop in. It's all at the Ozarks for a joyful and easy shopping experience. Ozark Sportsman Supply and Ozark Outpost Casual Clothing and Footwear. Highway 412 West, barely out of Springdale in Tawnytown.
So for your SEC updates, really the big game of the weekend and the game that everyone was looking forward to was LSU and Alabama. LSU finally gets the victory over the Alabama Crimson Tide for the first time since 2011, 46-41. Tommy, I told you it's going to be a high-scoring game, and it ended up being the case.
No, you said you wanted a high-scoring game. You didn't say it was going to be. You said
just
you were
let me have
hoping
my
for.
moment. Just let me say,
Well,
just say I'm right.
to-
Say I'm right. It's okay. I could be right once.
No, you're right all the time. I mean,
yeah.
you're not wrong a lot. But
I was happy for Eddie O, though.
It was great. It was great to watch his emotion. It was great to see a coach let his emotions show. It's been 8 long years, and he said we're tired of hearing their stuff.
Yes, tired of hearing their stuff.
I don't think that's quite the way he put it in the locker room.
Nope.
But that's why you love.
He
Ed
did
Orgeron.
crow a little bit, didn't he?
Yeah. Oh yeah, hey, I
And he
would
earned
too.
it.
I would too. If I just beat Alabama on the road,
Yeah.
I would crow all the time.
Did he say get used to it? We're going to be here?
Yes. We'd have to clean it up a little bit, but yes, he essentially said that.
Yeah. I've got a little gravel in my voice this morning, but I'm still not Coach O, am I?
No, I don't think anybody can really replicate that accent. But it was awesome to see Eddie O get the victory. LSU, man, every big game this year, they've come up big and won it. So.
The league is better when Alabama has a true foil, when they have a true rival, and hopefully LSU can maintain that and become that. And there's some back and forth. This league is not as good as it can be when Alabama's winning the West all the time.
Exactly right.
So the Razorbacks are going to see the Heisman Trophy winner in 2 weeks, right?
Yep, Heisman Trophy winner, number 1 team in the country, SEC West champion, probably all those things you're going to see.
Yeah.
You assume LSU would just roll over Ole Miss, right?
Yeah.
You assume that there's going to be some emotional letdown, but Clay, you know this. That Ole Miss LSU game is an understated rivalry. Those two teams, it's a big game.
No question. It's that's Ole Miss's second rival behind Mississippi State, and it's probably LSU's second rival behind Alabama, in my opinion.
Yeah.
That's what I hear from the LSU people.
Yeah, that's true, too. Hey, listen, folks, we got about a minute. Let's try to squeeze in one final call. Colby's in Fayetteville. Colby, what's going on?
Hey guys, so I was laying in bed last night. My wife said, "Baby, what do you want for Christmas?" I said, "Baby, I just don't know." And she said, "You want an iWatch?" I said, "No." She said, "You want a new laptop?" I said, "Absolutely not." I said, "Christmas has already came. Chad is gone. And if Chad Morris is listening, with your $10 million, you need to donate all that money, all that $10 million to the Morning Rush. If you're listening, brother, it's what you need to do."
Amen.
And guys,
Amen.
I mean, Merry Christmas to us. And I'm going to be honest, I was diagnosed with something a couple weeks ago, and I've been healed, guys. I've been cured finally of Chad Morris sucksitis. I'm walking, I'm alive, and I'm breathing. And guys, one final thing. I want to say that I appreciate y'all, and that I'm good friends with Coach Ed O. I'm good friends with him at LSU, and he actually has a couple of inside sources here, and he told me personally, guys, this is it, breaking news. He told me who he thinks the next head coach is going to be.
Okay.
And he said this: "Get that no-show ball."
Appreciate the phone call, Colby.
He's pretty good on offense, that coach you just mentioned, but I wonder about his defense. I think he likes to run a 4-3, and I
think he just said Bobby Boucher. Didn't he?
Yeah, that's what it sounded like. And we're very thankful for your speedy recovery too, Colby.
Yeah,
from
threw the crutches away. I saw it happen.
Yeah,
like Benny Hinn.
It's a Christmas miracle having him back. So appreciate the phone call, Colby. Appreciate everybody that's been listening in today. Tommy's going to stick around for a 4th hour of the show. Just kidding. He's not really. That would be fun, though.
Let's do it.
Yeah, that would be fun. Appreciate everybody listening in. Have a great rest of your day, folks. We'll see you right back here on The Morning Rush tomorrow morning.